Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. What an amazing day for gains. XRP banging on them when we woke up this morning. I woke up to $6,000 in gains. It was absolutely out of control. I took gains on Hello Token last night. I took gains on there's gains falling out the window. Gains on Solana, gains on this coin, gains on that coin, little coins, big coins, small coins. It is all season, baby. And we talked about it in my trading group. We talked about why we were going to get a pump this weekend. I went over it. I'm going to break it down, how I was able to see it, what was going on, and kind of what I was looking at. And I'm going to show you so you can figure out another in your own way how to figure out when alts are about to pop. And there's a way to do it, and we're going to teach you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Cake. I gave a cake trade. Look, Casper, our favorite, all-time high yet again right now at 66967. My goodness, Casper bags are raining on me, baby. And you can get all these hot coins, all right? I'm in a trade right now, up 96 bucks in this trade right here. Up, no, 51. Damn, it said 91, then it flipped, but I was up 98 last time I looked at it, all right? Came back down a little bit. This is a Bitcoin trade, a BTUSD trade. You got to get Bitcoin to make the trade, all right? Let's take a look at what's happening here on Bookmap. Bookmap, link in the description below. This is a heat map order book. If you're new to my channel, you don't understand what that is. It's a heat map order book showing you where the orders are for Bitcoin. Someone asked what that glass is. That glass is the tip jar on the right side of the screen there. If you want to set a tip, your balls will fall into the jar. It'll explode. It'll be fun. It'll be interactive. Try it out. Send a tip right now. See what happens. It's pretty cool. You'd actually think it's pretty awesome. So anyway, that's the visual tip jar. If you send something our way, we'll get a little tip for you. Shout out to everybody. Oh, we'll get a tip from you. Shout out to everybody here. So I see liquidity building to the upside. It's thicker and red higher. It tells us we're going to 36,000. Bitcoin is likely going all the way up to 36K. Yes, we have some liquidity down at 34.5, 34,040, but it's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the bigger balls right here, the bigger areas, and there's just more liquidity to the upside at the present moment. Look how much lighter it is, how much darker it is when I open things up to. This suggests that we are going to 35,770, and then we'll go from there. So I see a move to the upside. I'm still long. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. There's my trade, and I have some other trades that I got going on too as well. Shout out to anybody that jumps on in. And where are we trading? We're trading on MEXC. MEXC is the place to be. It is your premier exchange. It's going to have everything you need. It's going to have the low caps, the small caps, the big caps. It's going to have it all. Bitcoin, zero spot, maker, and taker fees. You don't get this anywhere else. Zero spot maker, zero future trade. You can even go future as long as you're not marketing in and out. And sometimes, we're in and out marketing, and then only have to pay most exchanges are 0.006. We're talking 5 times the fees, 6 times the fees, sometimes 7, 10 times the fees. This is the lowest I've ever seen fees in my life. And again, always keep yourself on a hardware wallet. I talk about this all the time. Do not just park every single, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice, but I personally would never leave all my funds on an exchange. I would make sure that I got my funds into a hardware wallet, all right? And that's something that I would be doing. So just one thing I gotta say, make sure that you get your funds in a hardware wallet. Once you got your bag solidified and you know what you got, get that bag solidified onto a hardware wallet. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be the best thing that you could do for yourself. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. But this is MEXC, all right? And it's the place to be. One thing I want to show you is how to join my trading group, because if you're missing the gains right now, we know exactly what setups are hot. We know how to find the setups. We know what's going on. We were making gains throughout the bear market. You can only imagine what we're doing now. If you were in my trading group and then you left, you can only imagine how insane it is getting. We're making I'm making 5-6 grand a day, all right? In cryptocurrency, in altcoins, it's out of control, all right? There's money flowing like you wouldn't believe, like salmon from the streams of Seattle. It is out of control, all right? And I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not elaborating, I'm not being like, it is that crazy. You could throw a dart at a lot of coins. Let me show you crypto bubbles right now, so you can just get a look at what's happening on crypto bubbles, all right? And you can see right here, in the last hour, there's not a coin that's not green. PEPE up 5.8, CAS up. I just talked about PEPE making some gains. There it goes. On the day, we have 14% for CASPA. We have Tau up 60. I told you about BitTensor. I was in it. My team made it for me. It continues to pump. Atom up 6%. Airweave up. Roblox. XRP banged on them today. Immutable X banged on them today. GALA banged on them. Cake for 25%. KuCoin shares Chili's, Render, you name it, take your coin. In the last week alone, Neo up 49, Cas up 28, BitTensor, a coin that I was in and talked about, up 37, Cake, a setup that I loved and talked about, EGLD, a coin that I own, Immutable X, a coin that I own, TWT, Trust Wallet, Injective Protocol, what I had a setup for, Hex that we actually looked at a little bit, but not too much, Atom I had a setup for, Rose banged on him, Sui banged on him, Matic banged on him, XLM I had a setup for, Unify, Casper I definitely had a setup for, Filecoin we got something, Render I had a setup for. I mean, and there's so many other coins here that I had a setup for, Ape I have a setup for. Out of control. Shout out to everybody here on the live. The gains are so insane. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So if you weren't here with this is what we go. These are the times where money feels like it's falling out of the tree and it's absolutely out of control. This is why we're here for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. This is what we do every single Sunday night. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 512 beautiful souls on the live. 198 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. This ain't your average YouTube channel. Let's go. If I don't see the likes go up to 300 right now, I'm walking out the door. Shout out to everybody here on the live. You know if I was watching you, I'd hit that like button. I would support you with everything I had. I am not a half guy. If I was in war and you fell down, I'd put you on my back and carry you out. I'd go back in and get as many people as I can until they chop me down on my knees. I do everything I can to help you. I'm telling you right now, that's who I'm born to be. That's what I love to do. That's the Aries in me. The Aries strong survivor, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Alpha male, I don't give a dang. Shout out to each and every one of you. God bless you all for being here. Let's take a look at this lemon water. Let's get the lemon into the water. Might calm you down a little bit. You never know. And shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. But it's out of control. If you could just see. The gains have been insane. You pick a coin, we've been making gains. Cardano, my Cardano bag, my entire net worth has erupted in the last week or two. This has been insane. Never mind Bitcoin, all right? Making massive strides in learning today. That's the key too. Mr. Price looking sharp per usual. Shout out to David Hagen. Cool DC. We should do a meetup next year. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for here from West Seattle, my man. Made massive strides. I love that. And shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to Tommy Coin. Shout out to Raquel Menina, hairdresser. Thank you, Sammy. Can you please go over Tara? Oh, yeah, it's been a while. I haven't looked at Tara. Another coin in the game. So it's just been a massive move. All right. Sorry. Let's go on back to the next idea here. Alluvium. A lot of these things, look, the 12-hour time frame, all I had to do was find a flag on the 12-hour, and these things were out of control. You know, I talked about this coin. I told you that I made a bag of it. I even brought it up in my 5 coins. You got to see my 5 gaming coins to 5 million. All right, this coin, this is an amazing video blowing up right now. Check it out. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Only 2,100 views. These coins could blow your mind, make you some money. There's 5 amazing coins, 6 even there. You got to check it out. I can't believe this only has 2,000 views in one day. Let's get this thing running. Tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your friend. People watching this, I'm telling you right now, I've made people have made so much money off my calls in the last 3 years, and it's going to happen again. It's already happened. People already made boatloads off Casper. We found it early. I'm looking at it like this. I feel like it has to start to come down a little bit here, make a consolidative move, and then continue to the upside. You know what I mean? I'm watching this on the 5-minute for Casper, but Casper has been out of control. I have nothing to say, but just, I love it. God bless Casper. And I hold big old bags of Casper. Casper is my baby. One of my favorite, biggest holdings in altcoins. When I start putting 25 grand into an altcoin, I mean, you know I'm in. So I'm in Casper right now for $24,594. That thing is the biggest the bag's ever been. You know? Unbelievable. If I were to sell Casper from when I loaded up at, I would be making $7,241. It has been insane. It's been an insane run. Anyway, we talked about Hook inside a cup and handle, about to blast to the upside. It's already up 9%. That was simple money. We went over it on the Thursday night call. Like, that's what everyone does, these crazy things. And again, we have some amazing, shout out to my man Ivo Tenbrook. We have some amazing traders in the trading group just absolutely tearing it up. It is insanity. It has been absolute insanity. Look at this testimonial right here. I've been part of the Crypto Lifer group for just over a month now, and I can't express how invaluable this experience has been for me. Sammy, the mastermind behind the group, has created a vibrant, supportive community that's truly changed the way I approach crypto trading. In this short time, I've not only gained immense knowledge about the crypto market, but have also remarkable financial growth. Sammy has a deep understanding of the crypto world and shares insights that go beyond the conventional wisdom. These strategies and tips I've learned from Sammy have enabled me to make informed decisions and seize profitable opportunities. The Crypto Lifer Group is not just about making money, it's a place where the enthusiasts like me come together to learn, grow, and share experiences. The collective knowledge within the group is remarkable, and the guidance provided is invaluable. Thanks to Sammy and the Crypto Lifer community, my crypto trading journey has been more successful and rewarding than I could ever have imagined. If you're looking to enhance your crypto skills, I wholeheartedly recommend joining the Crypto Lifer Group. Sammy is a true mentor, and the group is a treasure trove of insights and support that can help anyone from beginners to seasoned traders achieve their financial goals. Thank you, Sammy, for making a significant difference in my crypto journey. And he shows a gain of $501,000, up 1,700%. A 17x on that money to the upside, making $500,000 at a 100x leverage trade from $34,000, from $29 all the way up to $34,000. You did it. You pressed the button. You made it happen. Shout out to my man Juice WRLD, banging on him to the upside. Been here since 2020. Sportport is looking nice for this next bull run. Crypto changed my life. Love the group. Up $18,000 today. $858,000 in the account. My man's been here since 2020 grinding. This guy, over the average info provided in the group, I've helped pay for the monthly cost every few days. I appreciate it. Every few days. $100 for a daily goal. The picture is just there, and he shows in the last 5 days, 143, 107, lost 7, 137, 307. In the last 5 days, he easily paid for a $99 subscription service to my trading group. I am giving it away. I am telling you right now, I am giving it away. I will be rewarded by God for giving you this knowledge the way I do. Most people are charging you thousands of dollars for these. They're trying to get you for everything they can. I believe if I make you rich, you'll make me rich. And that's it. That's what I truly believe. If I help God's people, God will help me. And that's all I need to know. Everything else is hogwash. You know what I mean? And so I continuously give you value. I show up on the weekends twice. I go to the end of time. I stream and stream. I've made enough money. I've had a good life. I could take a break. I could sit right now, stop streaming, let whatever I have run in this next bull run, and I will make 5 to 6, 7, maybe even 10 mil and ride off into the sunset. But you know what? I love interacting with each and every one of you. I love the business of teaching. I think it's amazing. I love having another side business. I think it's unbelievable. And you know, I love what I'm doing. I love that God gave me this opportunity, and now I'm just going to take it all the way. So I love each and every one of you. I cherish you. And let's get into Bitcoin. But hook in a nice flag to the upside too as well. This looks like it's going to continue to 106. Token metrics was all over it. It's inside a giant cup and handle on the daily. Even the 22-hour time frame is about to explode. And these are things that no one's looking at. These are things at the very bottom no one's paying attention to. I can see a big move coming all the way to a target of about 124 from this 98 cents. And we started getting in 91 cents, 90 cents, even earlier there. And this thing is starting to moon to the upside. Every single coin literally is up except for a few weirdos, you know, but most coins are kicking butt and taking gains. All right. Let's talk about Litecoin real quick before I get into BTC. And Bitcoin is kind of struggling. This is, you know, we do have to see the key areas. It's above, yo, Lifer Gang. It's above, 35K, but we'll see what happens. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for 600 people, 330 likes, $31 in chat revenue. It is out of control. Bang, bang, bang. I'm off this channel. I can't stand the weed. Imagine. Wow. Anyway, let's move on. Burke, thoughts on area? Sam, funny. I'm happy for the buddy that they more choice. Anyway. Today was a tough day, too. This isn't an airport. I don't know. I was skeptical when I joined the group. Even there a couple months, 100% real deal gains over gains. Yeah, Solana is looking ready for the next leg up. Can you check Sol, Mr. Price? Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives if you want me to go over the coin of your choice. IMX is going crazy. I need Sammy Boami's top of the line TA on it ASAP. Thanks again for everything you taught me. Shout out to Legos the Lifer in the house. Let's take a look at Immutable X. Immutable X also on my radar, a coin that I put out in my 5 coins to 5 million. And the thing is just ripping. I mean, they're ripping. So look, I have Immutable X right here in the bowl. Talked about the fact that it could probably break out the bowl, but this is accumulation zones. It got above the 200 SMA. That's when things get busy. You're getting very overbought on the daily time frame. You're very overbought on the 2-day. 3-day also is a little high, but it did just get above the 200 SMA. That's a big sign for the 3-day. So you want to pay attention to the 3-day chart, and you want to see that it stays above the 200 SMA. You also want to see that it stays above this support or resistance level that I had drawn possibly on the daily time frame, right? That level is going to be, where we bounce, and had resistance right there. This level is going to be about 91 cents. You really want to hold 91 cents. Now, whenever you get really far away from the 21, you tend to come back to it. This would tell me that this is just a crazy rally, and we will have some snapbacks. At the same time, let's keep looking at the smaller time frames. When the markets get out of control, you must look at the smaller time frames to make sense of them. That's the key, okay? And so here, when we look at this, we can see this could go all the way up to 114, all right? Possibly get all the way here to that, that's the target that I'm looking at. I mean, it came there, but it could go back there again. It is on a flag of the 30-minute time frame. Look for it to pull back on the 30-minute to come down, but the 1 hour looks like it could get busy. To be honest, the rally is so crazy and things are out of control. I would be, if I was thinking of getting in, honestly, because it looks like there's more, I would even just get in here with a stop loss below 3845. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't help you with that stuff, but you do whatever makes you happy and get you to the next land. You know what I mean? But that thing looks like it could continue to go right back up from this wick to the upside. You go to even smaller time frames to try to find another flag here like so, and then ride that flag to the upside. Looks like it's going to continue. People come up, they come back down, but then the price could continue. 35,100 for Bitcoin, and I'm telling you, there's still orders to the upside that tell me that we could get further up. All right. Okay. So that's Immutable X. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you. 639 people on the live. Money printer printing. I know. Great video. Thank you for saying that. I'm up 55 on cake. Can we hit $3 tonight? You know what? You never know. Great time as always to be a lifer. Amen. Amen. Lifer, I tried to hit that like, but YouTube won't let me hit it twice. You were banging on Trading Wars. Thank you for saying that, man. Lemon water got me feeling like a winner. Amen. Decalcify the pineal gland and let us keep going into the next realm. That's what I'm saying, man. Shout out to Bufflink. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Loom. Let's take a look at our baby Loom from my man Nathan Ward. And then we got to get into Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. We got to look at the DXY. We got to really look at what's happening in the market so we can get ready for the week ahead. That's what this live stream every single Sunday night is, to get ready for the week ahead. To kind of calm ourselves down, to focus, and to plan out kind of where we're going to see, what we're looking at for the DXY, what we're looking at for Bitcoin, where the macro could take us, right? So here's Loom. It's in a bit of a cup and handle. Had a nice little flag there, did not break out. Still oversold in the 4-hour time frame. What you're looking for Loom is to come bounce off the 786 or the 706, anywhere in this area. I know I'm kind of tight. There was a little flag I had drawn there. But Loom is on my radar. This thing had come all the way back down. Remember, it got pounded. It was a big pumper. Just 2 weeks ago, it made some it was out of control. Like, it just didn't stop. Look at it. It went parabolic, literally. It went from 4 cents all the way up to 40, 50 cents. It did a 10x. It did a 10x in literally, I don't know, like from the 19th it took about a month to 10x, a little under a month. That's insane. That's insane. You don't see that in the stock market. Does Casper have a double top? I don't think so. I already showed you what I see happening, but you do whatever you want, Definitely not. That's in price discovery, likely to make some type of bullish consolidation before it continues to the upside. I believe, but I could be wrong. I don't see a double top. No. We already looked at it, but I'll look at it again, and I could be wrong. I'm open-minded to anything. All right. What are your thoughts on Crow? I bought a bit. I don't like Crow at all. It's going to go up, but I just, their product's kind of jinky. Their coin came out when it first came out. I was all excited for it. It's not that great. I don't know. I'm in the middle on it. I think if you hold it, it will do a 20x or something like that. I just think there's so much. I'd rather hold AGIX than Crow. I don't hold Crow. I don't touch Crow. I don't hold Crow. I didn't like BlockFi. I didn't like FTX. I didn't like Celsius. I didn't like any of those coins. Any of those. I just didn't like, custody products. Like, I can custody my own crypto, man. Leave me alone. Like, I don't need my stuff on crypto.com. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. Super chats, JASMY, Tower, Cake, and Alex. Wow, already $46.43 in chat revenue. And this stream's going to start getting out of control. This is like when it used to be, remember? When it used to be the crazy streams. Represent that life or like mentality. We have had like a nice, quiet bear market together. 500, 600 people on a live. It's going to start getting to 1,000, 1,400. It's going to blow up. You know it. 2,000, 3,000. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, BlockFi. Crow is from Kronos Chain, DeFi. Y'all dummy. No, it is. I mean, Crow is crypto.com. And they made the Kronos chain, dude. Like, are you like, you're telling me, I don't know, I'm not going to get involved with the trolls. But Crow is from crypto.com. They made the Kronos chain. All right. So when you're trading Crow, it's Let's Crow. It's crypto.com, man. See? That's Kronos. See how it has the big C? I don't know. Anyway. Thank you for the input, brother. Today as we just gained another lifer. Amen. All right. So I like what I'm seeing for Loom. Think could make some serious gains. I like this track. All right. JASMY Tara Cake. Now, JASMY threw me off ever since JASMY changed their circulating supply from 26 million to 260 million overnight. I always kind of felt weary. Now, every coin went up. It didn't matter what you were in. Every single coin went up. I had this in an Adam and Eve double bottom, though. It might even retrace, and then, I'd look for it to consolidate in this area and then further go up to, bigger. 4 hours very overbought, like every coin in the game. This coin just, I don't know. It's not my thing. A lot of people love it. It's attached to Sony or Samsung. I think Sony, right? Now, you got yourself a rising wedge. You've been going up, though, for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-day candles. For 20 days straight, you've just been in a constant bull ride. That's pretty nuts. The 1 hour looks like it's about to break to the upside. The entire market is about to rip. I'm telling you, the dollar index is dumping. When the dollar dumps, U.S. Tether goes down in value. When Tether goes down in value, any coin that's pegged in Tether is going to rip to the upside. We're not only are we ripping because people are getting into altcoins, but we're ripping because the dollar is shooting the bed. All right? I just want you to understand that. And you'd be like, but why isn't Bitcoin going up so much? Well, it's struggling a little bit. It's a bigger coin, and it is not as big as it has a huge market cap. These coins have such small market caps that when the dollar dumps, these things pump absolutely out of control. I believe we're setting up for the perfect storm where the dollar's going to dump, Bitcoin's going to halving, and they have to print money. We have three things in our favor right now that are going to absolutely explode our bags. If you are in cryptocurrency and you need an understanding, if you join my trading group, not only everyone wants to learn how to trade and make gains. Why don't you learn from a teacher that teaches you about inflation, teaches you 5,000 years about currency, tells you the history of money, understands how I got rich in my apartment in Queens because I understood that their money was going to get printed to zero. Then I understood Bitcoin, but I understood fiat currency was made not to last. That's what I figured out. And how did I figure that out? Well, look, this is an interesting concept. You're here, just like I was when I was 26 years old. You're a person in the world. How the heck did I go from somebody in my tiny apartment with barely any money to becoming a millionaire? How? How does that happen? It doesn't happen to everybody. It's a rare occurrence. It happens to a few people that really, really want it. Okay? It happens to maybe 5, 6, 10% of the world. It is a rare occurrence. You have to want it more than all the millions of people in the world all around you. And you also have to think differently than all the millions of people around you, because if you're thinking like everybody else, you're not going to get there. You're going to end up down here. Or I don't want to say down there, but you're going to end up there. So how does someone get from here to here, right? And the idea was, this is simple stuff, but what I want to talk to and what I want to break down is, number one, it's mentality, but what is education? So I started researching. You see, a human being can only go off the past. I didn't know where we were going to go into the future. I couldn't see that Bitcoin was going to get created, but what I could do is I could study the past. So I went 5,000 years back into history, and I looked at all the fiat currencies throughout time, the florin, the Roman coin, right? The continental dollar, okay? And more, and I saw they printed the continental dollar zero. They printed the Roman coin, they cut until it was worthless. And I saw that every fiat currency in 5,000 years didn't make it. So then I said, so the dollar's not going to make it. They're going to print it to zero just like they printed all these, because that's what happened 5,000 years straight. And it happened every other, it's 100 years there. So I said, if that's the past, then I can. So I started looking for ways to get out of the dollar, because they knew the dollar was garbage, because the history had told me the dollar was garbage. It was, at that point, so at 27 years old, I told everyone I knew that the dollar was going to go down the tubes. and there was heavy inflation coming, and they all told me I was crazy. They thought I was nuts. I told them to buy gold and silver to procure their wealth. I didn't know anything else at the time. I didn't know Bitcoin, you know. Then I got into Bitcoin and I changed my life, but it all started with the education. If I didn't study the history of foreign, all these currencies and all the different times that they went, all down the tubes, I never would have bailed out of the dollar. But I knew at 25 years old that it was a wrap, all right? That it was an absolute wrap. Now I'm 40 years old, so this is more than just the charts. We teach you, like, actual concepts about money here. We teach you about the financial markets, like the private reserve. The Federal Reserve is, the private reserve. The Federal Reserve is a private entity owned by, 6 families. They get a vig, basically. They get a dividend on the interest that we pay them every time they lend our government money. You know that, right? These are things that most people don't realize. They think it's conspiracy theory. This is real. You live in a Ponzi scheme. The dollar is in a Ponzi. It's a freaking Ponzi. Like, for all intents and purposes, there's nothing behind it. They took the dollar away in Bretton Woods, 1971. If you don't know what Bretton Woods, who here doesn't know what Bretton Woods is? And be honest. Who here knows what Bretton Woods is? Anyway. Bang, bang, bang. So, JASMY looks like it could make a move to the upside. Very interesting. Shout out to everybody here on the live, all right? Moving forward. I'm not a fan of this coin. I don't love it, but the 1 hour does look like it could pump. And that's how you know. I don't even like it. I don't own any of it. Nothing. All right? No clue. Not me. Bretton Woods is when they took us off the gold standard in 1971. It's a place in New Hampshire where everyone meets. All right? It's a Bretton Woods ski area. But if you write in Nixon in the end of the Bretton Woods system, 1971 to 1973, he announced the new economic policy, a program to create a new prosperity without war, known colloquially as the Nixon Shock. The initiative marked the beginning of the end of the Bretton Woods system of fixed exchange rates established at the end of World War II, and they took us off the gold standard. The closing of the gold window in 1971. They made gold illegal to own for Americans at one point here in the United States. They did. They made it illegal to own gold. I think in 1975 or some crazy time they wanted you to bring all your gold in. Low cap tip USD. What are your thoughts, Sammy? We like tip. We've been trading it. My elite traders have been putting out trades. Tip looks like it could make some gains. I'll look at the chart in a second. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat from my man Luke. Going hard. God bless you, Luke. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat, throwing it down. And thank you for gifting 5 memberships, my man. And thank you for the $10 super chat for JOYSTREAM. And we get all super chats done. Do not worry. We will get to them. I might not get to them immediately, but I get to them. Thoughts on Alex, Loom, Dar, Minds of Darlinia, Immutable X, Cake, Low Cap Tip, and JOYSTREAM. Wow. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Kyle Vera. I'll start it off. God bless you. JASMY, please. Thank you. Crypto Frankie Poo. Thank you, Sam. God bless you. You're changing lives. The 99 is the best thing I ever joined. God bless you, brother. I love hearing that. Thank you, Sammy. Can you please go over Tara? We'll take a look at that. And wow, shout out to everybody here. Unbelievable. What an amazing day it is to be alive. We got Tara, we got Cake. And wow, this is how you know. This is how I used to do it. I have to copy this, and I used to have to paste it to my assistant inside of our message just so I had a copy of it so I could see it because the chat gets out of control. Let's take a look at Bitcoin like we do every single week and focus, focus, focus. BTC USD on the all-time history index. Look at that shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Look at the insanity. We keep bouncing off the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. They won't let us lose the 200 SMA. I told you earlier today I saw the symmetrical triangle. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to break it all down for you for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. I'll get you up, I'll get you running, but I'll also get you educated, all right? We're not dancing all night. Just give me a moment, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's keep it moving. Bang, bang, bang in the house. Shout out to each and every one of you. Woo! Yeah. Always wanted to be a DJ. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I would listen. We're going to have a huge lifer night where we all bug out. It's going to be amazing. First time I'm really seeing a weekly candle get pretty red here. And this could become a swing high failure. If this candle can't beat this candle, that's a swing failure, right? That's a swing. So we'll see. Master Friend taught me that. God bless you, Master Friend. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to my peoples, man. Flavor, Vitality B, Slow Motion. And the love is so real. Remember, if you live in love, you cannot be denied. If you live in love, you cannot be denied. So look, we came right to resistance for Bitcoin. Selling resistance is usually a good idea on a smaller time frame. Takes a little longer on a bigger time frame. The weekly is also getting a little overbought. I have seen the weekly still pump when you get above this line. Doesn't mean it's over yet. But the weekly is a little overbought. Let's take a look at our RSI. And our RSI, you know, there's no bearish divergence yet. I would like to see bearish div on the weekly. And the weekly usually gets really hot and high into the zone, and we get into the shaded area. So I believe that's what's going to happen. Weekly is still somewhat bullish to me. And when the 21 crossed the 200, that's super bullish. I also see the 50 coming for the 200. That is a preemptive golden cross. Golden crosses are latent indicators. You pump and then it happens. You want to be front running these, specifically on the weekly. This tells me that I can load up into Bitcoin, sit pretty, and there's likely going to be a massive move to the upside that I can take advantage. So that's just one thing that I'm looking at for BTC. All right. Moving forward, let's go back now to our, the 5-day chart. The 5-day chart still has legs to go and kind of wants to continue. It's a little high. I'll give you that. But there's no bearish div yet. We are at some high points. I'm telling you, we're getting stressed, but it's not too bad. We're also just above the 200 SMA. If the 5-day can hold above the 200 SMA, we are going to get a massive, massive move. The 5-day, you can see, clearly has a beautiful support system right there at 31,849. So if we do drop, the 5-day has us right there. If we lose that, we'll come down to tussle with this region at 29.9. If we lose that, we're going to hit this 27.7, and then we're going to back to 25,000. Could we go lower than the low here? Highly unlikely. I called the bottom here. 99% chance that is your bottom for Bitcoin. I've been screaming it for months now. I don't even talk about it anymore because it was like a known thing that I called the bottom a long time ago, and I called it with this hidden bullish divergence. I bought a whole Bitcoin on my channel at $19,000 in front of everybody. I bought multiple Bitcoins, 5 grand, 10 grand, 12, 2 grand. They saw me buy Bitcoin all here. I was buying so much Bitcoin down here because I knew that if I didn't buy Bitcoin down here, I was going to kick myself. I used the 2-week chart in the stochastics RSI whenever the stochastics got below the dotted line in Bitcoin's history. And I can teach you how to buy bottoms and sell the tops of Bitcoin. I really can. I've been doing it. I don't like to sell Bitcoin, so I can't tell you to teach the top, but I like to sell my altcoins at the top of Bitcoin. But right here, that's a load up point. Anywhere here in the low stochastics, boom. This is Bitcoin in its entire life cycle. Every time the stochastics got low, 1, 2, 3, 4, in its entire life. Really, since it's been hot and heavy, you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to buy Bitcoin at these lows. That told you it was one of the lows too. You've never had a chance to get in at 25,000 ever again. Like, that was one of the lows too. And it never revisits these lows. Like, it's very rare. It never has in the history of Bitcoin. So it told me when the stochastics got low that if I didn't get in, I was an absolute fool. There's also hidden bullish divergence here, which tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. Swing down on the RSI with a swing up on price action tells you that you're going to continue to break these highs. That tells me that we are good to go, and we are not making some massive bear flag like some people think, and we could make a massive move to the downside. I'm open-minded that this could be occurring, and what will happen first is the 4-hour will lose the 200 SMA. All right, we'll come down, we'll lose this area, we will drop to the downside. The 4-hour looks absolutely lovely. I'm about to show you something that's likely going to brew. I'm going to make an insane call in a second, and I'm basically bullish on Bitcoin. It's going to 40,000. Everyone's bearish on this pullback. I don't see it happening. I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin has a 90% chance of going to 40K and like a 10% chance of going back to 31,008. Everyone wants the pullback. Everyone's got their order here. They don't give you orders that easily. It's not that simple. Bitcoin's never been that simple. It never gives you what you want. You have to take what is yours. For instance, when Bitcoin was down to 15,000, people were scared. They were freaking out. They never thought it's going to go to 10K, so they didn't buy. If you didn't buy then you probably didn't buy at 19. If you didn't buy at 19, you didn't buy at 20. Now you're buying. Now people that didn't buy at 25 and 27, they're pissed. They're pissed at their favorite YouTuber who told them to wait to 10K. They're pissed at their favorite analyst. And why? That's why you can't listen to anybody else. You can learn from us. But you can't listen to anyone else but yourself, you know? Every once in a while that happens to me. So look, we in a way too, if I look at this on the daily, we breached this trend line in my humble opinion. We got above it. You know, you could even try to push this in, but there's the trend. We breached it, came back, breached it, and so we're above the trend line right now, and rising wedges that break up go parabolic, the base of the triangle. So this is also telling me that we're about to go parabolic for Bitcoin, and you can see the parabola forming. So I'm sorry, I'm you know, and I've been very accurate for the last 2 years, 3 years for Bitcoin since I've really been going live. When Bitcoin was $6,000, I was calling $20,000 and showing you exactly how it was going to get there, and it did pretty much what we were showing. So this tells me that we're going to go parabolic. 46,000 is on the way, and even all the way up. I don't know. This tells me you could see a massive push up to the all-time high or close to it, even before the halving. You never know, though. All right, I'm going to take it one step at a time, and I am getting you a little hyped, and I don't want to be known as a perma-bear. I mean a perma-bull. I'm not bullish or bearish. I'm open-minded. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't. And thank you, Nathan Ward. We'll take a look at GMX. And don't worry if I don't do your super chat immediately. I will get to each and every super chat. I promise you that. I will get to them. Unless something really weird happens. I don't want to break my promise, but there's like a 99% chance that I'm going to get to every single one of your super chats. So have no fear. Things are okay. So this is interesting to me. As long as we stay above this trend line, and this is how I look at this trend. I matched the trend correctly. Bounce, resistance, 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 broke out, came back inside, resistance, resistance, fell down, resistance, 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 we broke out. That's a diagonal Fibonacci spider line. That tells me that we have a beautiful setup. And even if we might do this, we might make ourselves something like this. An ascending triangle. Come up a little higher, get closer, get tighter. And you know, to me, I would like us to see how the 21's getting closer to price action? That tells me Bitcoin's going to pop. Now, Bitcoin was supposed to dump back to the 21, but for days now, it's gone sideways. It's going to move. I study this. And when price goes sideways, when this comes back down, it's telling me that a huge move is coming for Bitcoin. So you do whatever makes you happy. But the 22 right now tells me that it's about to explode to the upside. I'm getting hidden bullish divergence vibes. I do have a bearish div. This swings up while that swings down, but you can say that was the div that fell down. And now we're kind of operating at something different. Also, if we take the swing low to the swing high here in this too, that's a bearish div. It's called like it's almost a progressive bearish div, or an ascending bearish, a hidden bullish div. This is hidden bullish divergence. That's like an aggressive hidden bullish or an ascending hidden bullish. It's so aggressive, it doesn't look like the normal ones. But I mean, that is hidden bullish divergence in my humble opinion. These factors, the 3-day, the weekly getting the golden cross, right? The front running the golden cross on the weekly. The 5-day getting that pump above the 200 SMA, okay? The daily curving back, going up while the Stokes curve down, which is a very rare that you only see that in massive bullish sentiment. Getting above this diagonal trend line and staying above it. So the first thing we're going to do is break this diagonal trend line. We do that, then I'll think of shorting back down the pattern, because then we're back inside the pattern. Until then, we're not inside this bigger pattern that people are showing you, okay? And I can say that with complete clarity and with complete confidence, okay? Let's move forward to the 22, which looks absolutely amazing. The 12-hour looks amazing. And the 8, remember, I opened up I have a chart here on the 8-hour time frame. And I'm in a trade right now, and I already gave you guys the trade. You guys probably forgot, but I have the trade still open. I told you I used the BTC USD trade. I entered here. You can still enter the same place I was at. I entered recently, so it's about in the same spot. And I put my stop loss below the notch there, and I had a 2.86 risk-reward ratio. Beautiful, right? And this tells me that I can risk basically, about $100 to get $280. So I can risk $100 to gain $286. That's awesome to me. That's a great risk-reward ratio. I will take that. This is my trade. I put it out. I've talked about it. It hasn't hit the stop loss. It's gone up and down a few times. This is a big one. When you're going for a big one, you got to sit and wait patiently. This is the trade right here. All right. Show ETH. Guy was going nuts. Ethereum was going nuts, you mean? And look at that thing, just seems like it's going to continue to moon. Yeah, Ethereum's about to break. Ethereum did just break out of the flag, see? Boom. I mean, look, it's got a golden cross on the 12-hour time frame. This is front running. This is showing you what Bitcoin's about to do. Don't you get it? This just showed you what Bitcoin's going to do. It did it before Bitcoin. Then you're going to get the golden cross, and this thing is going to moon. We already got the golden cross for Bitcoin. You know, ETH is right there where the golden cross happened in that flag. ETH is like a few weeks behind Bitcoin. This thing's going all the way to $2,120. ETH is exploding. This market is about to explode. I'm telling you, you've been watching us. The dollar is dumping. People have to get out of it. They don't want to be in it anymore. Gold is soaring. People are running into all these cool different assets that aren't connected to the dollar. That's why the stock market is so whack. Stocks are going to go up too, though, because they're not the dollar. They represent, you know, energy inside of another company. So you could take a picture of this right here. This is my trade, stop loss at every single thing. And I'm going all the way for 43,000, 43,500. That's my target. And I'm sticking to it. And I still got the trade open right now on MEXC. So you do whatever makes you happy. I can never tell you what to do, all right, with your money. I'm not a financial advisor, and I won't do. It's not fun for me, honestly. It's not what I do. But just, you know, I got to tell you that I see, you know, a pretty huge move coming for Bitcoin. And I could be wrong. Trust me. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I'm just going on years of data. And my mind, I have a subconscious mind that's been looking at the charts for a long time. And I go by what my subconscious mind tells me. I've trained my subconscious mind to not be, you know, basically blocked by garbage. My subconscious mind can teach you and me where we're going. Like today, I saw hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. I thought that was insane. My logic thought that was nuts. But my subconscious mind and my trader brain said, no, that's going to pump, and it pumped. You have to defy logic many, many times. You have to defy logic many, many times. All right? All right? Oh, man, I messed up. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. 1 second here. I just want to get a link out. If you want to join MEXC with me, it's going to be a blast. You know what I mean? And you never know how long you're going to get those, like, zero fees. Like, we don't know how long that's going to last. Like, none of us know. You know? So it's just, when I see a good opportunity, I take advantage of it before it's gone. Because you never know. All right? Just like cryptocurrency, you know? Shout out to everybody here. I got a pinned tweet. If you want to join the trading group, hit cryptolifer.com. That's the beautiful website that we just designed, ready for the bull run, ready to go. Hit join today and jump on in. We can't wait to teach you technical analysis. And the technical analysis I teach you can use on any market in the world, no matter what. No matter what. All right. So this is what I see happening on the bigger time frames. And the bigger time frames just keep getting better and better. The 21's getting closer to price action. That tells me a huge pump is likely coming for Bitcoin. The 200 was down here. Usually you dump down and you make a Bart Simpson. Almost every Bart Simpson is a dump down to the 200 SMA. The more that these moving averages get tight, the higher probability is that we get a move to the upside. Look how tight the moving averages are now on the 1 hour time frame. We've bounced off of the 200 numerous times. That's usually when things start to get busy. You wait. When the 200 gets inside, oh my God. And I can show you this back tested on another chart and other places. But bam, I mean, this is showing signs of a even the 1 hour is in a bull flag now. You can see it. You can say whatever you want. The 1 hour looks absolutely amazing. The 1 hour right now is actually oversold and pushing to the upside, telling me that Bitcoin's about to get a bigger move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. I really do. All right. 34,900 and struggling. All-time history index is a little higher than that at 933. It takes a bunch of different things together. One thing I want to look at now is just the weekly close for a split second. I want to just take in the weekly close. I want to talk about the candle. I want to look at the candle. We want to look at the open, high, low, and close, and we want to break down just this candle and see what happened this week. So on the week, we opened, all right? It's crazy. I need my glasses now because the text is so small, and I've lost my eyesight from doing so many live streams. So we opened at 34,541 and 25 cents. The high was 35,971 and 45 cents. The low was 34,067 and 72 cents, and the candle would close at $35,051 and 10 cents, up $500 on the week, 1.48. And look at all the trades we made. There was a lot of awesome trading in this range this week. I made more Bitcoin trades, I think, than I ever made in a week. and definitely in the last 2-3 weeks, I made more Bitcoin trades than I ever had in my entire life. I just became a fiend on that Bitcoin trading. So it's been an amazing run. Candle closing at 35,050 watt. That's insane, right? Above 35K is awesome. But it also is an indecision. It's got some wicks both on either side showing buy and sell pressure. A little bit down to the upside. And, only time will tell, but it's not the strongest, candle as candles go. It could be an indecision doji that actually sends us further to the downside. That's some kind of a bearish tone on the weekly. I'll give that. I'm open-minded. So the weekly doesn't look amazing. We'd have to kind of clean it up a little bit, So here for Bitcoin, is it making the right shoulder? Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. And it doesn't look amazing here, but as we start to open it up, see that as a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder for sure. It can be awkward. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that could break us to the upside. This is a little flag that we're watching, that we've been watching these weird flags all day. Bit of a cup and handle for Bitcoin. You take wick to wick. Tells you that we can break to the upside. Let's take a look at our 15 coming on down. So we want to make sure the 15-minute kind of like comes down, wicks, resets, and stays inside the pattern. Makes a nice right shoulder here. You do not want to break this low. You break this low on the 15-minute, all of this gets negated, and it's a wrap easy. All right. Right now, everything looks pretty good. All right. 15-minute is toying with the 200 SMA. If it does go below it, we can't have it go below it for too long. 7 hour just lost the 200 SMA. That's not a good sign. And again, as much as I built a story for bullishness, let's talk about how I would switch bearish. What would make me switch bearish? Well, we're not that far from, if we would lose the 200 SMA, come down here, and then try to get back inside the pattern and do a bearish retest. I wouldn't be surprised if they do this, they bring us back inside, then they pump and they trap the bears. Be careful for a bear trap here. Very similar to this. They trap the bears here just like they trap the bulls here. That's a bull trap. That's a bear trap. Watch out for a bear trap below the point of control. They like to do that. Induce long, induce shorts, get everyone excited. Oh, the short's finally coming. I've been waiting all along. And then blast it right back to the, you will see a bullish divvy on the 30-second to the 5-minute time frame. We'll see some type of inversion, and we'll see some type of inverted head and shoulder reversal pattern. Like, we'll be able to pick up on it, trust me. But your average trader will not. And that's another reason why being in the group, you will get skills that most people just don't have. I've been trading since I was 25 years old. So and then look at how much I've done in the last 4 years since my channel started in September of 2019, which is crazy, right? It's been 4 years. I've had my channel for 4 years. So crazy now, 4.5 almost, is September, October, 4 years and 2 months, not 4.5, but it's been a while, man, and I've learned so much going live every single day. You can only imagine how much God has helped me when I dedicated myself to a craft. And God bless God and everyone else here. And even if you don't believe in God, that's okay. I love you no matter what. But God bless each and every one of you. God is the answer to everything in my life. I submitted to God, and when I submitted to God, everything is great. Today I spent 5-6 hours with my daughters. I took them to piano lesson. Then I took them to a little breakfast place with fresh farm food. Then I took them over to a beautiful park where they played in a park. Then I took them for a walk around the park because it had nature. Then I took them to, I had to go to Wegmans to get stuff for my wife. And then I took them home, and then we even raked the leaves together, and they jumped in the leaves. And I had a magical day with my kids, and I cried out loud as the sun hit me. I held my daughter so tight. I told her how, and she said she loves me. I said, I love you so much, Summer. And I immersed myself in the love of my kids, and I felt so bad for men that have lost their family or that aren't with their family or don't have connections with their family, man. My family has made me who I am today. My family keeps me going. My family keeps me alive. My family is everything. Look, that's a bit of a double bottom there. It is slanted, and you have this nice kind of support zone that you're bouncing off previous bounce. You don't want to lose that. So this looks like we could get a bounce to the upside, the inverted head and shoulder, the flag, the 7-minute. The 1 hour has momentum. The 4 hour is coming down, but it looks like it wants to flip and bend right back up to the upside. Bit of a cup and handle here, even on the stochastics RSI. Bit of a cup and handle here. Cup with a handle, all right? And last but not least, let me show you the other flag that I'm seeing. So I don't need this bigger projection. I'm cool. And remember, this is the diagonal trend line. I'm going to keep it up there for now because that's that weekly stronghold that's changing the way we look at price action right now, okay? And this is starting to really form, to me, is some type, uptrending flag, just a bull flag with a break to the, it broke out already. Some say, oh, it's a bullish. I say it's a bull flag that broke out, came back inside. There's a trap. And then we could even bring this true to this. And there was a bear trap. I had a bull trap, bear trap. Kind of a diamond, I could say. You know, a reversal diamond. You reverse back to the downside, but kind of went right out of the side if that was the diamond in a way. Hold up. I'm just going to show you something new that I didn't show you yet. Keep that flag in mind. It's a little, you know, I want to move it for a second. I'll put it back. But keep that flag in mind. I'm not deleting it because I changed in my mind. I want to make that clear. Some people kind of, you know. Now, I see a symmetrical triangle forming right here. And this is a 50-50% chance of going to the upside or going to the downside. Normally, they do break to the downside. They go the length of the base of the triangle. That is their measured move. They're a 50-50 pattern, meaning they can go either way. They're not that exciting. They're not like a bull pennant. I do see 80%, even though they're a 50-50 pattern, I see 80% of them breaking to the downside. What we'd like to see is these smaller time frames get the bounce. We'd like to see Asia buy up price action right now. They have a chance. Asia, I'm talking to you right now. Listen to me. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm talking to Asia right now. I really am. I'm talking to the Asia market. Bitcoin's going to moon. If you don't start buying it today, you are going to miss out on a massive, massive gain. So I highly suggest you jump into Bitcoin as soon as humanly possible, as fast as you can. Because if you miss this opportunity, I'm telling you right now, Asia. So it's in your hands right now. It's like 9 a.m., right? They're 12 hours ahead. So I don't understand why the price isn't pumping. I mean, you did pump us back to 945 from 3848, but I should see a move. So here we are. We're in a symmetrical triangle that could break up or down. And I showed you how the bigger time frames are looking really, really bullish. Where I see us today, I believe we kind of do something like this. And I believe when I show up tomorrow morning, we're in this circle getting super tight. And when we get this tight, you know a huge move is coming for Bitcoin. So honestly, I did say, is Bitcoin in trouble? You know, there's a chance that we could lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame and change our whole story. If we lose this, but we keep battling above it, now we're about to make that higher high. And look, that is a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It's making the right shoulder as we speak right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if it makes a move. So to all my lovers of life, to all my traders of trading, to all my peoples out there, shoulder, head, awkward right shoulder, but this thing could still moon to the upside. And don't forget the bigger symmetrical triangle that I spoke about earlier today on the live stream. You can see me making this exact pattern and telling you we're going to get tight in the zone. Now, they played funny money with us today. They brought the shorts and the long. They wanted to get whoever they could outside of price action before they begin. Usually they do that before a big move because they're packing their bags. They're getting you out. They're getting you out. They're getting ready for liquidity. So what we don't want to see is we don't want to see this 1 hour lose the 200 SMA. We want to see this bounce continue and have everything kind of play out the way it's supposed to. We want to see this 4 hour stay inside of the symmetrical triangle and do damage right here. And we want to see it break out, retest. The retest right here of 35,380 would be, or 375 to 380 would be an amazing place to cop along for Bitcoin. If you come right in there, because then that could become the absolute perfect trade that bums all the way to 40K. And it could be the retest right here on these smaller time frames. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell for me. I see it going sideways throughout the night. It might dip a little bit in wick. It might come up, but I see it technically going sideways. And then a big move coming for Bitcoin. The 1 hour actually looks pretty interesting to me, but it looks like it also could dump on you. And it's got some indecision. All right. We need the 7-minute and the 15-minute to come through right now and bounce us back to the top of the channel. Last thing I want to show you, right, is not to forget, is this flag that I had drawn for you. I know I got a lot going on the screen, but I'm a chess player with multiple chess moves out here. When you play chess, you need to have a bunch of moves. You don't have one move. In trading, it's the same way. You need to be able to hold multiple ideas in your head at once and be able to trade the idea that makes the most sense when the market gives you that position. It looks like I'm predicting things because I'm always like, we're about to go here. I'm really not predicting. I'm just really good at reading my indicators, and my indicators are really good at predicting. So I just use the indicators and they make me look smart. I just go by probability. Like this is turning into a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. So if you see this kind of do something like this, we get a divergence here. That's going to be a perfect entry, and there's going to be basically, if we round up and we have some divergence, that's a 68% chance, 70% chance this is going to the upside. Chance this even breaks out from here and just continues to moon. I like this. This is a slanted double bottom, but it is a W. And when I see the Stokes curving aggressively like that, I could see a big move here for Bitcoin. I'm still on my long. I haven't changed it. And that long is going to make me a pretty penny. If we hit the highs of that long, let me see here. We go to the futures here. And shout out to anyone that jumps into MEXC. I do get a commission. You hook me up. So if you're making gains and you want to throw some karma back my way, or if you know you're going to trade awesomely, send some gains my way. Jump on in and become a crypto lifer on MEXC. We hit $1 billion. $1 billion. Can you believe that? This year, so far, we've hit $1 billion. And isn't that insane? Over $1 billion in market freaking volume. Last month alone, 100 mil. Insane. Insane. We might have hit $1 billion in a month. We might have hit $1 billion in a month. Yeah, no, I think we hit $1 billion last month in volume. We are like one of the biggest trading groups on MEXC, dude. Like, we hold weight. Exchanges send me email after email begging for me to work with them. I shut down exchanges every single day. I'm telling you right now. I get emails from all of the biggest exchanges, from Bybit to you, every single one. Lifer, we watch you. We want to be. Lifer. And of course, they go after all of us. I'm not saying I'm that special. I'm really not. But they all know who brings the volume and who brings the pain and who brings the damage, baby. So look at Bitcoin already bumping to the upside, as we told you. Low stochastics of the 7, MACD turning, falling volume with falling price suggests we will get a reversal. This does have cup and handle vibes. Savvy, cup and handy to the upside. All right. Shout out to all my beautiful people. We love you. I care about you. I want to see you shine. I want to see you do great things with your life. It's only a matter of time, baby. It's only a matter of time. So I'm just head over heels with what could happen to Bitcoin in the next few days. And again, enough is enough. They've taken us through this slow blow, look, shoulder, head. This was even a complex head and shoulder that did not play out. If you flip it upside down, that's a complex inverted. Didn't do its thing. So again, everyone, we're watching the symmetrical triangle. Inside of there, we're watching a symmetrical triangle in the 4-hour. Inside of there, we're watching a 7-minute flag. Those two things are going to get you where you need to be. Everything else is somewhat irrelevant, all right, for now. And that's my Bitcoin update. I believe we're going to go sideways or to the upside throughout the night. We may get some wicks here and there. And then we're going to get a possible massive move tomorrow, maybe even early, around 5 or 6 or 7 in the morning. Just be careful. I may not be able to sleep tonight. It looks like it's going to be an insane rally. All right. And again, if we lose the 200 SMA on the 1-hour time frame, I will immediately change my tune and become bearish. That's how simple this game can be. And then I'm going to be looking for the fallback and the bearish retest of, remember, the diagonal trend line that I taught you about. When we lose this diagonal trend line, we'll bearishly retest it, and we will drop down to 31.8. I got you covered. First, we'll lose the 1-hour 200 SMA on the 1-hour. We'll lose this POC. We'll start to drop. You could start the short there even, but the safer place would to wait for this diagonal trend line to drop and for us to make them. And then this is going to be the key area to short. So I'm not telling you I'm a perma bear. I'm not telling you I'm a perma bull. We're going to be able to make gains no matter what Bitcoin does. I'm going to be able to find a way to make gains for you. This is what I do. I do it 7 days a week. All right. Ask people in my trading group. I just read you a bunch of testimonials. It is out of control. Okay. And it's going to get crazier. 795 people on a weekly candle close. Guys, used to sit here. There was 300 of us for the last 6 months. Nobody came to my Saturday and Sunday night streams. Well, they did, but we had 500 sometimes, but they weren't like this. The market is changing. The Google search engine is out of control. Google wants to make ad money. And when Google finds people are researching something, Google feeds that. The searches are up so much for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now, it's out of control. Being called a crypto lifer is a good look right now. All right? And there was times when it wasn't always a good look, right? So you go through the bulls and the bearish times for you to get your wins, baby. You go through the bullish and the bearish times for you to get your wins. Amen. Anyway, so I told you exactly what I see happening for BTC. I told you how to short it and I told you what to watch for if the short occurs. And I told you that I'm long right now until I see the short break the 1-hour 200 SMA. Until then, I am long. There's no reason for me to switch out of my long until I see us lose this diagonal trend line and we start to lose, and if we just lose this pattern and then more to come. Remember, we're watching the symmetrical triangle on the 4-hour time frame with this little flag on the 7-minute. Those are the two things that are going to lead you to glory. This flag should be breaking out in the next 2 hours, and we should be headed all the way back up to 35,673. BOOKMAP should corroborate the story with liquidity. It does. We have 35,550 and a little bit above. That tells me we can definitely get to the area I'm talking about. This liquidity is drying up. It got thicker and thicker. What happened to 32.5? What happened to 33.5? You guys were dark red. Oh, you both figured you wouldn't get it. So these guys have been disappearing, if you've noticed. They were steadfast, waiting, trying to scare everyone. Someone told them to keep the liquidity there because we would know that the liquidity was there. All right. Join the trading group. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. CryptoLifer.com. It will blow your mind. Just give me 1 month. Give me 1 month. You'll find out. All right? 1 month, because I want to see you change your life. I want to see you stop being depressed. I was depressed. I went through so much pain. We teach people how to rebuild themselves. I quit drugs and alcohol. There's no need of them in your life. You don't need them. Alcohol is the worst. The worst. It lowers your frequency to such a horrible rate. You do not need alcohol in your life. I'm telling you. I work out every single day. Yeah, not on the weekends, but I work out, 20 to 25 times a month. I keep myself in top physical condition. I drink lemon water all the time. I drink water all the time, meaning let's hydrate right now. I also know almost everyone in the space. I've networked. I can help you in so many different ways if you want to become part of the crew, man. I love you all. So, moving forward, let's take a look at the DXY. And then we're going to get through all those awesome super chats that you gave. Don't think I'm not going to get to them. I haven't had a chance to look at the chat right now. So look, the DXY is setting up in such a major way right now. Everything that we're really going for is looking pretty lovely. When price action dumps and loses the 200 SMA on the 7, and look, this is what Bitcoin doesn't, we don't want Bitcoin to do this. See, when the dollar index lost, see, we came in, we got back above. Bitcoin did that. But see, when we lost the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, gone, baby, gone. Once Bitcoin loses the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame, you're going to see me say, hey, guys, we really, really need to be careful. Like, I'm going to get a sick feeling inside that Bitcoin's going to be struggling. And I'm also getting an excited feeling inside that we could make a bunch of gains shorting the market. The shorts are pretty nice. They come down pretty hard. So the dollar index, we're taking a look. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. We don't want to see that. We want to see this making a bear flag, touching the 21. And we do this all the time when things get really crazy the other way. So you're waiting for the bull flag to touch the 21-day moving average and then for it to continue. This tells me that, and because this is on the 1 hour time frame, wow, it's interesting. And look, while you reset on the stochastics, you went sideways and went nilly. That means when you finally get up here, oh my God, the dollar is about to dump. Oh my God. The other countries know that we're about to print a bunch of money. They read through the bill that the Democrats put out and the Republicans, everybody, and they said, oh my God, they're going to send money to Ukraine. They're going to send money to Israel. They're going to send money to Palestine. They're going to be in this war, that war, I said they're going to have to build a wall. Joe Biden's building the wall again, right? Which, come on, man. Like, you could say whatever you want. Like, anyway, we got a lot of issues here at home. We have all these new immigrants that are coming into the country that need welfare, and they're actually getting cell phones. And that's going to take a lot of money in infrastructure from almost every city. And so they're going to have to print so much money to bail themselves out of just the next year alone. And that's only going to last 18 months to a year. Remember, they band-aided the government for 45 days. No one talks about that. That's already been 20 days in. There's only 2 weeks left now, 3 weeks before we're going to have to close the government again. They didn't figure that out. They raised the debt ceiling. They actually got rid of it, remember? They didn't raise it. They literally they expended it. There is no debt ceiling right now. It's insane right now what's going on. The deficit spending is out of control. Congress is a little kid with a credit card that keeps swiping. Are you kidding me? They will never get inflation to 2%. I'm going to run for president in 2032 on this. I'm telling you guys for so long, over and over again. I'll be a billionaire by then, and I will run for president, mark my words. And if you think if you're laughing at me, if you're making fun of me right now, good. I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm telling everyone right here, right now, I will be a billionaire, or I'll die trying. I'm either going to die on my way or I'm going to die a billionaire. And again, if your dreams don't make normal people laugh, they're not big enough. If your dreams don't make normal people laugh at you and think you're insane, then they aren't big enough. Those dreams just aren't big enough. Your dreams should be so insane that the average person thinks they're just literally makes fun of you for saying them and thinks you're pompous and horrible. Right? So look, the DXY is going to pump. We're upside down, dude. That's a bull flag ready to go. That tells me, and I could be wrong. Maybe we V-shape recovery and we get an inverted head and shoulder and I have to eat my words tomorrow. But there's a lot of times that the charts convey what's going to happen. And I'm just saying the dollar index does not look great. Now, could the dollar index dump with Bitcoin? Yes, they've dumped together. It could happen there. This is a basket of assets that correlate to the DXY and that are not always correlated to Bitcoin. For instance, if BRICS happens and they start pumping other coins, you see? And shout out to the biggest or one of the biggest weekly candle closes we've ever had here on the channel. Talk about winning, baby. Like my business is doing the best it ever did tonight. Right now, you guys are seeing me celebrate absolute years of putting in so much hard work. 4 years every single day, man. 1,000 days without stopping, an entire year. When I finish this year off, it will be another year. I went from the first day of the year to the last day of the year, and I plowed through the entire year. Unbelievable. 810 beautiful souls in the live. You people are absolutely amazing for giving me the most precious asset, and that is your time. If you didn't give me your time, there would be no live stream, everyone. I am so conscious of that. I am so grateful of that. It means the world to me that you're kicking it with me. So I see the DXY taking a dump. All right. Also, I always look at a basket of assets whenever I make my macro ideal. Every Friday, I've been giving you guys a macro idea on Fridays, right? And when I look at the Friday macro, again, if the 1 hour loses the 200 SMA, then I'm going to head into slight mode, all right? Until then, it's all chop. I don't really care what Bitcoin does. So I'm not really worried about it right now, per se. And I don't see any real, you could scalp trade it right now, but I'm not going to be, I don't do the scalp trading thing on weekly screen share. On the nightly, the weekly candle close. On the weekly candle close, I really focus on the macro and get us ready for the week ahead. Super, super important. So remember, let's talk about the ES1 for all my S&P future fans. And if you're trading ES1 on the CME, or ES, right? E-mini futures on the CME here. I mean, I told you this was going to explode. This is going to move with the altcoins. Look at, this is going to pump tonight. That's not a bull flag right there. That's gone. That is the bear flag that the DXY is in. You see? You get it now? Remember when I told you this was going to moon out the cup and handle? Remember? Or do you guys think I was crazy, right? Remember when I called the reversal in all the world markets? Remember that? You remember that? Last week. Yeah, my wife says she's remember her hubby doing that. Calling a reversal in the world markets with the Sammy Cup in handy, dude. I don't change. And my Fibonacci's. And my divergences. There's a hidden bullish divergence. Like, I believe it was on the 3-day chart. Yeah. Look at this. And I'll take away my stuff for a second. You can see hidden bullish is when you have a low and a secondary low on price. You usually get a mountain in the middle that comes up and down. And you get an uptrend. But the RSI gives you a downtrend. This is how I called Bitcoin recently. Remember on the 3-day and the 8-hour, I did the same. I'm giving you guys exactly how to make massive money in the markets. It's telling me it's time to put a bunch of money into the stock market. Like, you should boatload yourself into the stock market. It's about to explode. All right. Mara is something that I like to trade on the stock. One of the only things, because it's like Bitcoin. It's like you're getting access to Bitcoin in a way because it's a Bitcoin miner. Also, the grayscale GBTC, that's probably still, I think, under premium right now. Well, you can basically buy premium cheap. You can buy Bitcoin cheaper than you can buy Bitcoin on spot, which is very, very interesting. All right, I'm putting USDT. Yeah, funny. Marathon Digital. This thing is in the cup and handle. The buy box is right there. Look at that thing. If you look at the weekly is ready to explode for Mara. Perfect time to get into Mara on the weekly. Just like here, just like there. And it's going to make a new high somewhere up to 26 from 9. A triple whammy for Mara. So Mara's going to triple up. The dollar going to go down. I mean, you really shouldn't be in the dollar. You should have mostly stocks. should be in mostly stocks. You don't want to be heavy in the dollar right now. You don't want 300 grand in the dollar right now, because you're going to lose, like, I don't know, 20 to 30 grand purchasing power in the next 7 to 8 months, maybe even in the next 2 years. It's going to be bad news. So look at Mara on the stock market, shoulder, head, right shoulder, semi cup and handy to the upside. I believe that's a 786 retracement. I mean, you tell me. I'm going to pull my fib there. I mean, that tells me, yeah, that's so close to the 786. If I take actually the initial pump out, yeah, it is the 786 from that initial. Oh my God. 786 fib retracement. Buy zone in the semi cup and handy. The dollar's about to tank. Bitcoin mining stock. So all this stuff is telling us, if all these things are telling us what's going to happen, then why aren't you listening? Because you're in fear. Because they have you stuck in so much fear, and they have you bugging out. They have you worried. They have you thinking that it can't be like that. It has to dump on your face. And again, we could dump all the way to the 200 SMA on this 4 hour. We could lose if the 1 hour loses the 200 SMA, it's no good. We're pretty far from it right now. We got really close to it today. If we didn't break it then, I don't know why we wouldn't break it here. Again, I see that right shoulder. I see that 7-minute flag. It's still nothing wrong. The 7-minute flag is still doing great right now. I gave you the sauce. Don't second guess the sauce that I talked about. Watch that symmetrical triangle on the 4 and this flag on the 7, and make sure you don't lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, and you are good to go. If you lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, we will have to begin to look to short. We can't do whatever we want. We have to do what the charts convey. We must do what the charts convey. What does the chart convey? The chart's got a cup and handle on the S&P. All right? The DXY. All right, now let's take a look at the nasty Nas for my NASDAQ people. Same thing's going on here. I called the reversal on the NASDAQ. I also like when price action pumps off the 200 SMA. It got really close right there on the 3-day chart. Again, the 3-day chart here had hidden bullish divergence, telling me that the chart would continue to the upside. They're going to print so much money. How are they going to avoid this? The 3-day chart says we're going to pump so hard right now on the NASDAQ. I even gave you the stop loss on the S&P on the actual trade that's already up. Not this Friday, but last Friday. Every Friday, watch my weekly videos. They're going to blow your mind. Look, every Friday, and these top coin videos too. I mean, they're amazing. But every Friday, and we're going to hit 50K, and it's going to be so awesome when I finally hit it. But remember, it's going to be a huge celebration when I hit 50K. Oh my God. But weekly technical analysis, calling a massive reversal in all world markets, must see. NASDAQ, S&P, Bitcoin. This is huge. And again, I'm going to be doing this every Friday, as long as I'm not traveling or on a plane or something. Weekly technical analysis. And look, we make a lot of videos. I interview someone every Wednesday night. They do clip out the news. I see that, maybe I'll tell them to stop. I don't know. We'll go over that. And then I also I'm going to start making really more content of the coins that I'm looking at, how to search, how to do DeFi, how to use layers, how to get into DeFi, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to be doing, deep dives on chains and stuff. And then the crypto on the go. We got a bunch of crypto on the go segments that whenever I'm on the go and I have a cool idea, I'm going to make a 2 to 3 minute video. So look out for crypto on the go. That's a new segment that I'll be doing here on the live stream as well. And then every single Wednesday night, remember, we interview someone from around the blockchain, someone from the cryptocurrency, someone that I call, we've got Jason Casper, we've had Garrick Soloway, we've had everyone who's anyone, Cassius Cuvée, Lord of Entry from Crypto Banter, we've had Ben, we've had Andy from Bitcoins, we've had Crypto Blood, we've had Miss Teen Crypto a few times, we had Sin City Crypto. Dude, if they're in, right, this guy Mark Feldman, which is a really smart individual guy, we've had Ragsy as well. We have had, almost every single human being here that has been involved in crypto on the channel. Except for altcoin, we have had Crypto Love on the channel. All right? He was the first guy to really bring me up. We've had Gary Cardone, Grant Cardone's twin brother on the channel. Like, we've had Crypto Lifestyle on the channel. I mean, the list goes on and on. We've had this, my buddy Infinite Crypto. Jet, we have Wendy O has been on the channel. Like, we interviewed Vivek Ramaswamy, for crying out loud, like Cassius Cuvée. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But come to the weekly screen share. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. Even Evan Aldo, we've had every single YouTuber, Faraz, Decentralized Chain, and there's still people I haven't gotten. But check this out. Like, this channel is blowing up. I know so many people in the space. I've hung out with them all at different occasions. I do go to Bitcoin Miami, and I go to all the different awesome get-togethers. It's been a blast. It's going to continue to be a blast. I'm going to take you on those journeys with me. I always film my hotel room. I film you where I go. I film everything. It's so much fun. And I have a Sam Price channel, too, that I'm going to start showing a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff if you're excited about it. So I'm excited about where the channel's going. We're building so much. I have an edit department. I have a managing director. I have, my wife is ready to kick in the doors, and she's really like she's the COO, really. She is amazing. She handles back-end API. She handles the movement of the website. She handles all the things that I just can't handle, honestly. Like, she's the backbone of the company. And may God bless my wife as she goes through her pregnancy right now. Tough times for my wife, you know what I mean? 7 weeks pregnant, sitting at home, going through the morning sickness. Say prayers for her, man. Send goodwill her way. And if any of you ladies know any way of getting rid of morning sickness, if you had it or you used to have bad morning sickness, or something that you did, send us an email. Give us a story. We're willing and open to listen. Anyway, the NASDAQ looks absolutely ready to rip. And again, these could bearish retest drop, and everything I say could dump, but we can see double bottoms, and maybe it doesn't play out like I say, but the probability is screaming for a possible move here for Bitcoin and the dollar index to dump. All right. Let's take a look at the altcoins and see what's happening with the chat. Stronghold, Digital Mining, and ADA. Wow. So we have 131 in chat revenue. The stream is blowing up. I'll take a prayer for your wife, my man. I hope she gets better soon. God bless her. Thank you. Super chats. Let's take a look at the super chats here. And there's a lot. This is how it used to be, remember? Oh my gosh. Funny, this is giving me memories how hard the stream used to be actually hard, because I used to rush to get all the super chats done. And it used to be insane. Let's take a look at Tara, Cake, Alex, Darlinia, Scale, JOYSTREAM, Tip, GMX, Pepe, and Ada. Wow. And another thing about this channel, you'll never see more altcoins being done by one streamer in one live stream. It's just we bang it out like no other, man. So let's take a look here at Tara. So the last time I looked at Tara, I liked it here, and I saw the flag that we're in, and I said stops below, and Tara absolutely ripped to the upside and continues to rip. So congratulations to anyone that took Tara. We never went below the stops, and we continued to the upside. Bang, 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 36% on a massive green candle for Tara to the upside. Shout out to anyone that got into Tara or wants gains. I would be taking gains. People are always really, really greedy at these times, but I would be taking some gains. The 3-day chart suggests that you will continue to the upside. You did just get a golden cross. You could wait for some 3-day bearish div or for the 3-day to start the curve on the stochastics. Tells me there could be some moves. Shout out to Melis Williams for the 199. Thank you so much for the pound per pound. I see you. I see you. I see you. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. He's not talking about stonks. I'd be like, bro. When Bitcoin moves, Mara, Riot, Coin Master move with it every single time, baby. Every single time. All right. So here's the deal. Let's take a look at what Tara is doing on the bigger. So Tara right here inside the flag. I kind of had it in this flag that broke out. I feel like this was it. It kind of left the channel, got back inside, and that's your true channel. Again, don't break the rules. If you're a beginner, don't do what I just did. You should just make it in a symmetrical triangle and be happy. I'm a little wacky because I've seen so many things, and I get to try new stuff because I've been watching the traditional way to trade for so long that now I get to tweak a little bit and find out what's going on outside the box, outside the realms. So this could continue. The measured move says it can get all the way to 0.16. The daily's a little hot for me, right? The 22 hours a little hot for me, but it doesn't mean they can't just erupt. I'd be looking for price action to come to resistance, find its way. Look at the smaller time frames, though. Let's see what they got cooking. So smaller time frame, I see. I'm going to put it in this like a rising wedge kind of thing here. And that also has a measured move, and the 1 hour is pushing to the upside as well. Trust me, if the dollar keeps slipping, the altcoins just go up in value because they're valued in the dollar, U.S. Tether. Now the BTC pairs will do the same too if Bitcoin stays silent, but if Bitcoin moves with them, the BTC pairs won't do as well as the USDT pairs. You have to know when to trade USDT. You have to know when to trade BTC pairs. There's times to turn on the BTC pairs and times to turn on the USDT pairs. This can also help you accelerate your way to making more gains. All right. So possibly 25% here out of Tower Coin coming on the smaller time frame to about 0.088106. I do see a bigger move. I just see that maybe the daily might have to reset before we get that bigger move on the 3-day chart. Bitcoin is struggling at 34,850. Are we in trouble? That's the name of the the live. There's a chance, but we'll see. Shout out to everybody here. 760 viewers. We lost the 800 mark. For some reason, it just wasn't good enough at 9:30. I guess the football game was just that much better. Sunday Night Football took over. You never know. Let's take a look at cake. Cake continues to move. The second you look at a coin and you're not sure what's going on, you want to do, and again, I gave this cake play and then another cake play. Cake now up 29% from when I first gave it to you, I believe this morning on the live, or last night, I believe. Banging on them to the upside. Sean, take screenshots of these or I'll post them to you. The gains are just out of control, Sean. Get as many as you can. Stack them and rack them. Get them going. But cake for 28%. Bang. Thank you, Shano. I love you. Is XRP not done tonight? XRP will be a number 4 coin soon. You never know. Let's take a look at cake. I'm going to delete my stuff on cake, and I want to look at cake on the weekly. So people don't realize how fast things can change. I mean, look at that move up for cake. It went from $1 all the way up to $2.43. I mean, that's an amazing move in a week. I mean, and it got gassed. However, as big as this move is, it's still probably in some more of a consolidation phase. Like it's at that pump here. To me, you just, and I still stake cake. I stake 600 cakes. I keep it going. But I just see it kind of hanging out and consolidating here slowly, right? Can't believe they burned my cakes because I left my cake in the wallet. They never did that before. That's crazy. Lost 12 cake. I'm supposed to get more cake, not lose cake. The weekly is getting a little high. Doesn't mean it means it still could get some momentum. So the weekly still has legs. Just like Bitcoin, the 3 days a little out of control. But again, this can reset on the Stokes while price action continues up. That's what happens when the market gets absolutely bananas. So just be careful, all right? The 21-day moving average is a little far away from price. I would suggest that we would come back down. Again, doesn't seem to care. Nothing seems to care. So that is a double top M pattern right there, in my humble opinion. But you could still call it like a bullish megaphone. So what you're doing is you're looking for this supportive resistance to hold. If you get a bounce up here, you're consolidating. There's a chance you can trade this flag for more gains. That would take us somewhere to 320, right? But be wary. If I was in this trade and I was swing trading it, I'd be taking 70% off the table, right? And then just seeing if the last 25% can run up to the higher target. If every single trade you're going for everything every time, oh man, it's just, you're dreaming every time. Like that also hurts emotionally every time when you're wrong. Just like, but if you constantly take gains and feel good about it, it's going to change your life. Now, cake could also be in this larger rising wedge. And if it decides it wants to blast, I mean, there's a chance it just goes the length of this base and also pumps further up somewhere to 326. So there's some levels to watch. I'd be wary of it. I'd be taking profits. That is a double top. There's some bearish divergence here. And what's going to happen is if you lose the 21 and you start to drop down here, you're going to continue. Look at a smaller time frame and look for, see how price action is starting to curve? Yeah, look for a 200 SMA. If you see the 7-minute lose that 200 SMA, then switch to your 15 and ride it to the 15 200 SMA. So you'll lose the 200 SMA on the 7. Then you'll be looking for a target, flip over to the 15, and then just keep riding it down. If you lose this, flip over to the 1 hour, and then keep riding that down to the 1 hour 200 SMA. This is a beautiful way to trade. I can help you. I can teach you. I can show you so much. Thank you so much for Cake. Let's take a look at Alex. Alex is going to follow Bitcoin because Alex is a premier, ordinals and, just a Bitcoin exchange, right? It's the best place to exchange Bitcoin ordinals and stuff like that. They're also revamping Alex. I've heard talks of it getting better, bigger, and faster and sweeter and having so much more and being able to trade ordinals without like slippage and just really trading it like as if you could trade it on an exchange. You're just getting awesome. Now, Alex has been struggling. Remember when we first got into Alex on the channel, somewhere maybe here, then it pumped all the way up, in May, and then it came back down. Remember, I lost my Alex because I still have a Hero wallet that I can't get into. That did happen. I never was able to I wrote the password down so fast and furious that I can't see if pond is pond or fond. The P looks like an F. There's a bunch of words that could be 2 words. Now, I could figure it out. They gave me all the words that are involved on that specific wallet. Someone was nice. A lifer found that for me and gave it to me. But again, now see how Alex is got the 200 SMA dwindling. Let's go to the 22. You're likely to pump up to the 200 SMA. However, the 22 is struggling, coming down. I mean, and I'll be honest right now, the price action's horrible. Whenever I see that the spread is loose, like none of these candles are full, It's just a really bad spread. So it tells me to be careful, wait for this to get kind of above the 200 SMA on the 22. And then once it does that, I'd be more apt to kind of get in at 5973. If you really like the project and you believe in it, of course, by all means, it's a great time to get in, but that's on you. You have to say that to yourself, not me. All right. I'm not a financial advisor, and whether you get it or not won't really truly. I mean, I'd love to see you make some gains, and I'd feel really good about it. But if you don't make tons of money, or if you do, like, that's going to be on you, right? So, like, I see this consolidating. Like, these are the consolidative places. These are where people that are willing to hold for the next 2 years are super excited about getting on in. Okay. And that's Alex Labs for me. I don't see anything crazy. I'd wait for the 22 to get it back above the 200 SMA. The daily looks like it could get some legs. All right. But it's not amazing, right? There's so many other coins to trade right now that look so much better that, like, it's kind of like, I do like Alex. I like its premise. I like where it's going to go. I really have, like, a lot. Like, I'm like, cool. But at the same time, I'm like, Let's take a look at Mines of Darlinia, which I put out to the trading group, an oldie but goodie that we haven't traded in a while. That likes to pump. When I saw gaming coins pump, I knew what coins to go to. I knew what coins were going to pump. And look at Mines of Darlinia up a nice 14%. Out the top of the flag up 8%. Another trade I gave in the trading group to the upside. Let's take a look at Mines of Darlinia. All right. Shout out to DJ Frodo. Thank you so much for reaching out today. That was the nicest thing anyone did. Whenever I hang out with my daughters, man, I think of my dad a lot. Because I think of, like, when I was young with my dad and I'm young with my daughters. And so I looked at this on the 6-hour time frame, and to me it looked like it was going to make a pretty big move to the upside. My indicators said, hey, this 6 hours is about to break out, and I could see a big move coming. I saw it right there in the W too, and it did make the move on the 6 hour as suggested to the upside. It's like I could print that money. Wasn't a huge move, right? It was 6%. However, when you know almost 90% that 6% is coming, you can make some massive gains. Now, this coin's, I can't put like 100 grand on it. It's not, probably would move the market, but the key is to get good at this type of stuff and eventually use macro caps, giant, large caps to make gains on. You know what I mean? So what I would do here is, I see the 6 hours a little high now. I would flag out the 6 hour, Mines of Darlinia. Didn't get enough volume. There's other coins that I think people wanted to get into it. But I could still see it continuing to the upside, and it does have a way bigger target. If you look at your daily time frame, your daily is just getting ready for a bend back up. You're about to, hold on. You got rejected by the daily 200 SMA. If you flip that, which you kind of did here on the 200, you're going to continue to the upside. The 22 hour looks like you're going to move tonight. So the 22 hour still looks good to me. You can just wait on a possible flag on the 6, but the 6 could even get pinned. I'd stick to your 22-hour time frame on this and just keep the trade rocking. That's, but you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. I like the 22-hour. 22-hour looks really, really good to me, and looks like it really can get us further to the target. But you also have resistance. You got to flip that resistance, and you got to flip the daily 200 SMA, which are right below right now. 7 cents was the measured move for Caspa out the wedge. Caspa is insane. Oh, Caspa is amazing. Caspa is the gift that keeps on giving. But Mara, man, I'm telling you right now, Mara, if you're not in this crypto and you're just a stock guy, I mean, that's a beautiful play, right? So we talked about this rising wedge breaking out. Then we had the other flag. And yeah, I mean, this thing is just, it's out of control. And you could even do this. Look. That's another rising wedge there, and that could just parabolically break out. I mean, you got the miners, you got everyone into this, and I'm just saying maybe we could go sideways, but there's wait for this to break out. If it doesn't, we start to come down, then we can get into my 7-minute pattern here. This makes sense. But dude, when I looked at, I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. Watch this. This freaked me out yesterday. I could not believe it. This is nuts. Right click, create a group. All right, watch this. This is insane. If I go to the weekly on Caspa, it's just getting started. Like, how is that possible? Right? I don't remember when I looked at the weekly just the other day and I said, oh my God, that's a bull flag. Remember? Because this all happened in the last, and I said, oh my God. I said, that thing's going to explode all the way to 9 0.6%. And look, the weekly's still going. Like, this is gone. This thing is gone. Then a bigger pullback at one point. We're going to swing. I mean, we're going to go up and down, and it's going to be crazy. But wow, man, Casper's been amazing. They are the largest. It seems like Doge is getting ready to go up. Yeah. Please touch on X. Too late to jump in the bandwagon. Coinbase listing soon. Cas will blow minds. Dodge will pump. It is. I banked today on it. Bang, bang, bang. Casper in price discovery again. I mean, I call it price disco. Right now, it's in price disco as we speak, bro. Like, and so you look at the 10-minute, and the 10-minute looks like it could get busy right here out of this little flag. I can trade the 30-second. I can trade the 5-second. I couldn't say this even a few years back. I can trade the 1-second time frame. I can trade the 5-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 7-minute, 15, 45, 33, 1 hour, 6-day, day, 12-hour, the daily, the 3-day, the 7, the weekly, the 2-week, the monthly. I can trade any single time frame, and I can teach you how to do it too. And you'll never see that on another channel because no one's gone through all the time frames like I have. I am obsessive, compulsive, hyperactive insanity. You just won't see it anywhere else. It's so insanely unique to me. It's nuts. Like, I know it's nuts. I am an extremist. Everything I do is to the extreme. I've always done it. That's why, look, I live stream to the point of no return. I'm going to 1 million subscribers, man. All the way, baby. If I don't hit 1 million, then I figured it didn't work out. It wasn't good enough. Like, it didn't happen, you know? Let's take a look at Scale. For some reason, it's not, and I know this coin. Scale Network on BSwap. I don't know why it keeps going to Sol when I do that. So look at Scale on Coinbase. SKL, right? Yeah, I mean, there it is. They have it on MEXC. MEXC has every coin too. That's the thing. Like, some of these little exchanges won't have all the big ones, or they won't have the little ones. This has everything. It has the little ones and the big ones. So your daily's high. What's going to happen now is the price will continue to pump even though the stochastics reset. This is when you deny the Stokes and you're like, but why, Sam? Because you're above the 200 SMA and the whole market's out of control. So what you want to do is you want to go to your weekly time frame. And look, you've got the Adam and Eve double bottom. I mean, this is just child's play, my friends. Child's play. Might come up, might come down, over time, but then it's going to make a bigger move to the upside. That's the beginning of the Adam and Eve. All right? That's how it starts. The weekly getting a little overbought after, you got some movement, but the weekly getting a little stressed because this didn't move a lot. So when it has a weekly move, it compares it to the other on the RSI. RSI still has some legs. Stochastic's a little high. And you have a resistance right where you're at, right? I'll be honest, the whole market looks like it's going to explode. And when Bitcoin explodes, some altcoins will, here and there. But the second Bitcoin slows down, the money will flow into alts. And you can see people know more about alts now. And, wow. I wouldn't be surprised if you pump up to the 200 SMA here on the 3-day chart. At that point, I would look to take some profits and chill out. But that looks like that's likely going to happen. All right. You might make a right shoulder first, like shoulder head. You might make some type of right shoulder before it happens. All right. Let's take a look at JOYSTREAM. My baby JOYSTREAM, man. My baby. I love this thing. I just loaded up as much as I could. I saw an inverted head and shoulder earlier today. Did it break out of that? Let's see. No, but look, it made another one on the right side here. Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder there. That's another inverted head and shoulder, right? And who sees the patterns faster? I mean, let's go, baby. The unspoken. So this wants to break out. I mean, I saw it as an inverted right here. Sad that it didn't today with all the action. JOYSTREAM got no love. It's also a small cap gem that nobody really knows about. You have to remember, it's not going to get the love. It's not going to get the boom. It's not Solana. It's not Matic. Most people have never heard of this coin. You're playing in the realms of the unknown. High risk with Sammy, But this is how Sammy makes massive gains. He gets himself into these high risk areas of cryptocurrency where no one really knows about. And again, those who say don't know. Those who know don't say, right? And so I say it to you guys on the live, but I don't go out into the streets and tell people this stuff. And even if I did, they wouldn't listen. Today I met a guy and I was like, AGX is real interesting. I was like, but you got to open up a Coinbase. I was like, then you got to open up like a KuCoin. And I was like, then you got to send the money. I was like, then you got to get a hardware wallet. Then you got to, and he was just like when I was done, he just looked at me like I was absolutely insane, And And I realized that I was. Like, it sounded nuts. Like, it sounded like you were making someone jump through hoops on hoops on hoops. So the daily's a little high. There's a chance we come on down, but I still see the shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. I also drew a fib here from this impulse. And we bounce off the 786, which tells me that it's a safe play. The daily could go sideways, reset. I like what I'm seeing for JOYSTREAM. This is my baby. I see it going up 144% to 6 5/10 of a cent. A lot of coins have been ripping. JOYSTREAM started it, not even a penny yet, and then went all the way to 5 cents. It was 0.001. Look at that. You could have bought this thing in July 11th at 1/10 of a penny. Let's say 2/10 of a penny. So once it hit a penny, it did a 5x. Then it hit here. At this point, it was at a 25x already. A 25x already from July. July, August, September, October. 4 months, 25x. And they called it a bear market. It's been out of control, my man. It's been out of control. Everyone, if you want to learn leverage mastery, jump into leverage mastery class. Become a 2-hour video class. Become a leverage master. 99 members gain access to Leverage Master Discord section, 3 weekly Zoom mentoring sessions, advanced leverage risk management and mitigation strategies. $300 for the serious traders. If you want to get on in today, that's just an added program we have once you join the trading group and you want to jump on in. All right. I own 20K JOYSTREAM because Sam is in, Billy is in. Wow. God bless Crypto Billy, man. Hey, do you? Hey, if you're in, I'm in. You're the guy who bought GALA at the bottom, Solana at 12. Hey, it's Crypto Billy over here. They never listen. Shout out to Franklin Valdez in the house. Is that why we're purple in the Discord? That is exactly why you're purple, Josiah. You were purple. Yes. Sam, the man. Shout out to Trav2432. God bless you. I want that joy and GFA out. Hey, man. It's a little late now. I'm just joking, but it is kind of late. Like, we were getting it down here. Right? I showed you guys how to make massive gains already. We didn't even get into a bull run yet. Everyone's waiting for the bull run. We made massive gains on Caspa. We made massive gains on Injective Protocol. I put it at $1. We made massive gains on DMTR. We made massive gains when I put out AGIX at 4 cents and it went all the way to 60 cents. All the high coins in October and November that ripped 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, high Clone X, high BAYC, high MAYC. We nailed the high coins, high seals, you name it. We nailed it. It was out of control. Like this, I called the Solana short before STX went down. I saw a cup and handle on Luna, and I said, man, this is trying to tell us that something's going to happen. 2 days later, the collapse happened. And I'm not saying I knew the collapse, but I put out a short on Solana, and that's timestamped. We have that in the trading group. The things that I've done are insane. My reputation follows me. Jump on in and get that knowledge with me. I'm telling you, we're going to continue to do what we've been doing. I did it for Cake. I did it for Phantom, and I'm going to continue to do it again. JOYSTREAM looks beautiful to me. I like the setup. I like what I'm seeing. And trade that 2-day, Again, it could dump and fall down lower, too. There's no guarantees, all right? No guarantees. But you're above the 200 SMA on the 22-hour time frame. Just make sure you don't lose the 200 SMA on the 22, and this thing's going to do absolutely lovely. Says the charts, dude. The charts convey. I do own a bunch of this, so okay, right? But again, I don't know the company. They never told me about it. I don't get paid to talk about coins. I refuse to do that. I make my own money doing my own education, all right? I'm like a politician that doesn't have to take money from somebody else. I'm a YouTuber that does not have to take money. I do get a sponsorship from ITrust Capital because I think it's a legit company that's great. I mean, get yourself a Roth IRA today. Spot on. And BingX, I think, is great because you can trade the S&P, Forex, and Bitcoin in the same account. I mean, you can't do that in a lot of places. So that's why I really like BingX. Link in the description below, or hit that, And I like BookMap because they're amazing. And then I sell my own stuff. CryptoLifer.com, baby. CryptoLifer.com. All right. So let's take a look at JOYSTREAM. Looking nice to me. Wow, and the market is changing. The market has changed. The halving is coming. And I'm not saying we can't get a pullback. I also tell everybody, that the times to take some gains are around, these are times to take some gains. Fear and greed index, 74. I mean, when that gets into the 70s, I got to take profits on something. And I sold so long. I sold things that I could. You got to take profits on something. I didn't take profits on everything, but I did take profits on things that I could that were just Hello was out of control today or yesterday, right? So I sold some Hello in the 11s areas, right? No, it's already back up again. These coins are out of control. It's almost saying like, don't sell anything. They just keep going. It's just insane. I tell you what, man, I take profits from my own life, but this is nuts. Like this thing's back. Oh my gosh. What if it just goes parabolic and continues to rip? Oh my gosh. I get anxiety because you just don't know. I mean, it could really do it. It could continue to rip. 1 hour's a little high, but that's a rising wedge that really could rip all the way back up to 15. And the way the market's looking, if Bitcoin just gets on a ripping, I mean, everything is just going to follow. It's going to rate. And if the dollar dumps, it doesn't matter if your coin's not doing nothing. That's why these oscillators are looking weird, because they're not just the coin getting pumped. It's the dollar dumping. So the oscillator will sit high, the dollar will dump, and the coin has to continue to go up, even if the oscillator says it can't, because it's based in dollars. And the dollars are going to dump on your face. This is such an insane concept and such an idea. I'm telling you, my mind hit it. When I speak, I come to these realizations on the live together. They're setting us up for a massive pump in cryptocurrency. Someone wants cryptocurrency to blow up. Some billionaire, millionaire, they're setting it up. Like, they're going to print all the money. It's like all there. It makes perfect sense. They're going to print the money. The dollar's going to drop. Bitcoin's going to get the halving. More people are going to know about Bitcoin than ever. It's going to get the Moore's law, right? Which anything digital continues to gain. Like, it's just going to continue, man. It's going to be pretty nuts. So look at TIP. I don't know much about this coin. It seemed it was pumping a little bit. It kind of got a bit of a dump right now. The 1 hour needs to break it down. I want to see it come down and hit the bottom of the pattern and then consolidate. So I look for TIP to do something like this. And if it does that, I'm going to put an alert out. So I put an alert here. I'll be waiting for this puppy when it's ready. I have to do this as the leader of a trading group. I have to have like 30 setups that are almost about to happen in a week. 20 setups that are about to happen in a few days. 15 setups that look hot. A few scalps, and I have to have a conveyor belt of things ready to go. All right. GALA about to rocket, brother. Shout out to Tim Woodgate for the $2 super chat. I like that last name, Woodgate. It's pretty awesome. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at GMX, PEPE, ADA, and GALA. Let's take a look at GMX. All right. And we went over GMX not too recently. Remember? Yeah. So I still see it a rising wedge that could break up parabolically. The decentralized exchanges are getting hot. People want to get into DeFi. DeFi is hotter than it ever was. The yields are better. The dollar's dropping. The banks suck. I mean, Bitcoin's better. Crypto's better. It moves faster. You can get your money done faster. You can make APY faster. So this has a 33.4% chance of making a move to the upside. It's going to make a 30. Sorry, I'm out of my mind. This has a 33% gain coming. I'm tired, I guess. And $63 is the target that I'm going for. Again, if it loses the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, you're going to look for the bearish retest to the downside. As long as it stays above the 200 SMA, the yellow moving average, we are good to go for GMX. So again, I'd be getting in now with a stop loss below here for a possible bigger move to the upside if I didn't have 1,000 positions open and 100 other coins. Yeah, but I like what GMX is doing. I put my profit so far into GALA this weekend. That's pretty interesting. We did GMX yesterday. What do you think of the IO chart? I don't know. I've been buying a lot of GALA also. Let's take a look at PEPE now. PEPE was in a flag. Did it break out the flag that I wanted to break out of? I stayed on it. It looked nice. Let's take a look. PEPE did break out the flag. We got a bit of a breakout. Not amazing. I'm not saying that's awesome for, what we make in the trading group. But, hey, went to a peak of 10%, gained 6%. That ain't bad. That ain't bad, and it broke out. It's getting started. You know what the secret to success is, right? Getting started. Look at the Adam and Eve on PEPE tells me that that's our new bottom. You will not see PEPE lower than 5863. It's likely going to continue to the upside and consolidate. I still hold PEPE. I hold a bag of it. We'll see what happens to PEPE. JOYSTREAM getting some love right now, actually. Yeah. I mean, 700 people on the live now know what the coin is. And I mean, no one knew that coin before. That's a small, that coin is beautiful. Write that down. Do your research. Find out more about the project. I'm telling you right now, when you really see what's going on there, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I see Pepe has more gains to come, and I'm watching it on the bigger time frames, like the 12-hour, the 22. The 22 says you're just getting started, all right? And this thing could have and look, you're getting a golden cross here. Pepe's about to explode, in my humble opinion. 77% gains coming for Pepe. Pepe on the 77. That 22-hour. And I would look for a small time frame. Golden cross just occurred. I mean, that's huge. Pepe looks like we could get a massive move tomorrow. Insane. Okay. Next super chat, Ada and Gala. And I'm winding down, everyone. 2 hours is about the most I can keep that energy up at that high rate. And then I'm just... Wow, Cardano, baby. Cardano. Just doing damage, man. My baby. All the way back to 34 cents. In the Adam and Eve double bottom. Tells you that this was your neckline. I drew the Adam and Eve. And says we can go higher, man. Up into this next resistance. I see 37.7 for Cardano. Continuing to the upside. When I see Cardano rip, I get super excited. I got bags of Cardano, and I'm super happy to see Cardano do damage. Unbelievable. Cardanzo, right? Awesome, 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 awesome. Bond. I was looking at Bond recently. So Cardano, what do I see happening? I mean, I'd wait for it to flag on out. Again, like everything else. Kind of getting some bearish divvy here. Look for this to flag something like this. Touch the 21 or kind of maybe even interact with the 200 SMA possibly. Somewhere right there before it could continue. Look for some hidden bullish. That is a shoulder head and a shoulder likely going to dump to the downside for now. But all we want to see is make sure it stays above 32.86. And the bigger time frame suggests it's going to extend to that bigger target, $38, 38 cents for Cardano. And Cardano, to me, I don't see how it doesn't get to 5. It got to 331 last time. I see it getting to $5. So it hits $1, that's a 3x. That's a 15x for Cardano. All right. So Cardano, baby, Cardano. One of my older long-term holdings. I've been holding Cardano for a long time. Since it was 2 cents and 0.8 of a cent, I've had bags of Cardano. So this time I'm selling every piece of it for over $500,000. That's what I'm doing. Shout out to the $148 in chat revenue, 696 beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and I appreciate you all for being here. Also, if you have to leave the live stream, have no fear. You can always come back and see the timestamps. Sometimes people ask about a coin, but then they have to leave. You know, you might be waiting for golf at the golf, and you ask about the coin, and then it's your turn to hit, and you go, I got to go hit the golf ball. I can't. And you can't see the, you know. So in that case, you know, you can go and hit the timestamp, and you'll have access. Yeah, GALA just got above the 200 SMA. I talk about this all the time. And you have a golden cross coming. GALA is going to move to 8. I've never seen so many bullish signs. If the market doesn't rip tomorrow and we see all this move up and Bitcoin doesn't rip, I'll be completely flabbergasted because it won't make any sense. I went through all the different charts. They're all inversely correlated, and they're all telling me different things, the same stuff. The dollar says it wants to dump. Bitcoin dominance says that it wants to kind of go sideways a little, give some altcoin love. You know, and then we see, you know, Bitcoin showing more signs of bullishness. And then we also can see that the altcoins are starting to go on an absolute rally. Like it's now, could this double top and dump? Yeah, it could. Watch for it, you know, to get some resistance at 0.2241. But I still see this getting to the target. All right. And remember, everyone's going to think this is the last chance to get in. There's going to be some pullbacks. This is a pullback. This is a euphoria stage. And feel this euphoria. If you can't handle this, it's going to be really, really crazy in the bull run. I'm telling you. This is like a piece of what the bull run's going to be. This is like 0.01% of the you're not going to be able to sleep at night some nights. You're going to make, I remember making $40,000 in my kitchen in 2017. My life changed from there. I wasn't the same person anymore. I wanted to work. And I was just walking, looking at everybody, and I was like, did that guy make 40 grand last night in his kitchen? And I was like, did that guy? And I had to be like, probably not. Maybe. I don't know, you know? And I would walk to work through New York City, and I'd look at all the people I'd watch, like, you know, and I'd be like, did that guy make 40 grand in his kitchen last night? And in my mind, I was like, man, I'm super lucky, you know? And that's when I knew things were changing. It was on Sia Coin. I got into Sia Coin, and it absolutely ripped to the upside. Absolutely. Everyone, jump on in to Master Friend's leverage class. I'm telling you right now, I learned a lot from him. I still have sessions with him. I'm lucky enough I get him whenever I want, man. You know, that's what's cool about being the lifer. Not whenever I want. Whenever he blesses me with his time. He's such a nice dude. But jump on in to the leverage mastery class. I'm telling you right now, it is $300 for serious traders. But I wouldn't lead you astray or put you in a place that wouldn't give you more knowledge. You know. Jimmy over at Sin City owns 1 million GALA. I only own 250,000. He's a whale. I'm a minnow. That's funny. You're a legend, Sammy. Shout out to Jay. We love you. Hello, still continuing to rip, right? Yeah. Ah, man. Wow, back to 12 cents now. Like, it's just like going to go parabolic. And we could see it at 15 or 16 cents. And, you know, wow. And you know what happens is people start aping it now. Because they're like, what do I do? Make money when you're sleeping. Yeah, but then there's like scalps to be making while you're sleeping. So there's like, you can be like the futures trades are adequate. All the trades are just nuts. Like they're all there around you at all times. It can be overwhelming. It really can. You better watch out, baby. GALA and GRT. I don't know if I'm going to get the G. I don't know if I'm going to get the V. I really want the V series, but the V series is $217,000. You know? And again, I could easily finance it and then just write off the payments each month. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know if I can justify a $200,000 car yet. You know what I mean? It's a bit much. However, you can resell the thing. It's a great investment. It's a Cadillac, baby. It's not actually, that's not a great investment. Bitcoin's a way better investment. Cars are horrible investments. For, you know, if you work like me 7 days a week and you bust your butt and you want to buy something that you really, like, I love Cadillacs. I grew up in West Roxbury, Boston, you know, Boston, Mass. And Irish guys love Cadillacs. I don't even, you know, we like American-made, GNC, and then Cadillac. You know, Cadillac has just been a known, the Irish love the Cadillac. And I'm Irish, and all the old Irish gangsters, all the old Irish dudes, all the Irish, even guys in my neighborhood now with the old school respect, they all got the Cadillac. You know what I mean? It's like a, I don't know. And I want that big boy Escalade. I want to pull up. Like everyone wants that fancy little, I want to pull up. Blah. You know what I mean? I want to jump on out when a little thing come out. Dude, when you have to get into it, like you have to open the door's huge. Then the little gate comes out, you have to step onto the gate. It's like, I was in that thing at the dealership like 2 days ago. I was like, yo, this thing is insane. I mean, my man Crypto Lifestyle got the V. He got the V, bro. He don't play around, man. Mr. 100X. And that's what people don't realize. People judge people by their channels, man. You don't know who's who in this game. There's people behind the scenes that have done so much that have no channels at all. You know what I mean? So, I mean, JRT continues to pump just like everything else. And the thing is, they're all about to breach their 200 SMA on the 3-day and the daily. Like they're getting above really. This is awesome. Whenever a coin or something breaches the 200 SMA, a big move can really happen for it. Like we could be in for some really, really big moves. Again, then you take this falling wedge, and the falling wedges break up the length of their base. Right? And that would tell you that this is just getting started, and you're going all the way to 25 cents. All right? For a quick little double up, might I add, for GRT. So GRT to me looks like a big move is coming to the upside. All right? Only time will tell. You do whatever makes you happy and snappy and cappy. All right? GMEE, another coin that I like, booming to the upside right now, up 30%. 8-tree Doge Bull. There's so many of these insane little. The only thing about Mexi, it has some garbage little coins too that are just like that I wouldn't trade. You know, I slightly try to avoid. GMEE, look what happened when GMEE got above the 200 SMA. It was gone. Look when it got above the 200 SMA, and then the golden cross. It's gone. Like you got to use smaller time frames now to see what the heck is going on here. Again, this thing is lightly traded. It doesn't have a good spread. Could probably have a hard time getting $500 in it. You know what I mean? So either you DCA into this long term to hold. It could be big. Some people think it's going to be a big gaming coin. I just got a hunger headache, you know, and I just know I need to eat. I'm like so hungry. Oh, man. I work hard, man, every single day. Today felt like a Monday. It was a freaking Sunday. Dude, this weekend felt like weekday. I worked so hard on the weekend. It felt like I was working on a weekday. Like, Jesus. 2 streams, both days, banging on them. 4 streams on the weekend. I work hard on the weekends than I do on Monday. Insane. So I looked at S&T on the perp. Look, this thing took a dump. Look at that. Goodbye, Night Irene. This thing is whack. Has kind of a double bottom. I wouldn't trade the perp, though. I thought I put it... I think I looked at it on... Not on the perp. That doesn't look good. The whole market looks great, and that on the tubes, like, that's whack, you know? So, look, it got its pump. That was time to get out. If you didn't get out there at the resistance, I mean, what are you waiting on? I saw this Adam and Eve double bottom, and it did break out for 19% gains. That was it. You know, it hit the resistance. Once you go to make a lower low than that, yeah. Now, what is it doing? It's making a weird pattern, honestly. But congrats to anyone that played that flag to the upside for 19% on S&T. The perpetual looks absolutely horrible. I would just be getting out of that. But again, I'm sorry. I don't have much to say. It doesn't look good, man. Super chats are closed. God bless you. Thank you so much for doing that, GF Burke. Yeah, I'm done. I am winded. Like, I can't do any more. If you send one more, I don't think I could do another one. You can send in a super chat to say nice things. That doesn't make me work the chart. All right. Super chat to close. Pendle, I took 70% gains from SNT. That's crazy. Thank you for the 651 lifers today, fam. You guys are the best. 50x long. Wow. That's hot. And Bitcoin back at 35,870. You know, just doing its thing. Same thing that I told you. I'm not really going to beat it dead. I can't say that anymore. It's kind of like but I'm not going to take an idea and just keep throwing it around over and over again. You know, we're not going to crush an idea. That's the best way to say it. Glad you're still alive. Just finished our show. Shout out to Surly Sound. What is Surly Sound? Oh, that's cool. You're a band, man. God bless you, brother. Hope you had a good night. Shout out to Surly Sound. And these guys are a band guy. A band. This guy's a cool band. Bound to Ride. And just because of the copyright, but I'll check it out and see what's going on. So I see some coins that are going to continue to the upside. Today was a clinic. Trust me, if you're in the trading group, you got to watch the live streams, especially in these really bullish times. All right. Yeah, we give a lot of trades already in the trading group. Like, if I give you any more tonight, I think you guys are going to be overwhelmed. You know? Crypto Lifer and Lifer Love. Oil about to drop hard. What is the best ticker for oil? Oil India LTD? Like, what is the best ticker for oil? Crude oil futures? Can you guys tell me the best? Respect the grind, Sammy. And so would Jimmy. Amen. God bless you, Crypto Billy. I love you, man. Thank you for giving your all, man. I got one more, Sammy, if you wouldn't mind. I would mind, man. I'm exhausted. I just want to look at oil. Mobile One. Mobile Gaming. Exxon Mobil Corporation, right? What up, Sam? We need to connect, brother. I don't need to connect with anyone, but I would like, maybe. I don't need to do anything. I love you, though. I don't mean to be rude.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Oh, you're kind of cool, though. I did look you up recently. Interesting. I just like to collab with people that work every single day. So when you start making a video every day, then I'll work with you. If you don't make a video every day, I can't work with you. Okay? And you did one 7 days ago, and you did one today, but then you went 4 days. So once I see you go for 2 weeks every day, no, a month. To work with me, you have to make a video every day on your YouTube channel. I don't like to work with people that don't make a video every single day. I get to say that because I want to work with the people that are working super hard. You know what I mean? I work a full-time job. So did I when I started my crypto channel. 100%. And I still banged a video out every day, man. You can make a video every day. Trust me. If you want it, you can get it done. You know? I still might collab with you. I'm messing around. But I'm trying to light a fire under you to make you just want it so bad. You know what I mean? The dedication has to match. For sure. For sure. You know what I mean? The best of the best, man. I only want to collaborate with the best, baby. You know? She cool. No, Crypto Casey is awesome. If I ever got the chance to collaborate with her, I would be so blessed. Like, she's got a huge channel. You know? Get some rest. We love you, homie. I'll work a full-time. Dano, we love you, man. Don't worry. I'm just messing with you. Let's go, man. Hey, you're in the mix, right? That's how it starts, man. You had the guts to talk and get in there. That's how it starts. That's how I got in there. With so many people that I have no business talking to now, but I do talk to them now. And Twitter's amazing too. All right. Tomorrow, I'm announcing something big in the morning. All right. Monday night at 8 p.m. I'm going to start a new Spaces. Yes. Tomorrow night will be my first Spaces Monday night. This is a big deal. I've been waiting to say this for a long time. And it's going to be called Spaces at 8. Get ready for Spaces at 8 p.m. Monday, and one other day throughout the week. I'm going to add one other day, but right now it's Spaces at 8 every single Monday at 8 p.m. All right? And I will compete with Monday Night Football, but, yeah, I go to like 9 o'clock, 9:30. And we first were originally going to go Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm changing it. But it's going to be Spaces at 8 with the Crypto Lifer. And I'm going to have so many guests on, and I can't wait. And you guys are going to be able to jump on and talk because Twitter's awesome. I'm going to make you guys speakers. If you ever want to get in, we're going to talk about, maybe we'll talk about Caspa one night, all about Caspa. Then we'll do we have so much to discuss on Twitter Spaces, right? So Spaces at 8 coming this Monday night, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Get ready. Not Tuesdays and Thursdays, so and even though I have that out there. But we'll change that. I'll tell Sean to fix it. That was my first idea. But check it out, man. Spaces at 8 with the Crypto Lifer. You're going to see it. No one else has Spaces at 8 but me, baby. And you're never going to be able to forget that. Shout out to everybody here. So my first Space is coming out tomorrow. I'm absolutely super excited. I can't believe it. So this man said that oil was going to drop. That doesn't make sense because the dollar is going to tank. And if the dollar tanks, oil is going to go up. Anything that is a commodity, right, that can be traded through hands is going to go up in value. You're going to see the same cup and handle that you see on the S&P on oil. Don't you get it, everybody? Or am I the only one that gets it? No, you get it. You all get it. But look at this. Oil is going to rip to the upside. Oil is not going to dip. Oil is going to rip. And once oil gets back above the 200 SMA, it is gone. Now, it does have to get back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. But I mean, oil is going to rip with Bitcoin, baby. Come on now. So you're saying I should buy more silver, right? Thank you, Sammy Cup and Hattie, to the upside. Yeah. Is there Sam? Football isn't going to give us the knowledge. Amen. Shout out to Crypto Father 3. I love you. I told my wife I made $150K trade in a day. She nearly passed out. We're just average folks playing an amazing game. Pretty nuts, right? I'm in. Crypto Billy's in. You put in the work, Sam. I'm picking up so much and putting it in to perspective. Amen. DXY dumping. I love that. I love it. I love it. I never heard such better words. You know what I mean? Like lose 105 and take a hike, man. They kept trying to play like this thing was viable. And I love the dollar. I don't want to hate on my own country and my own currency, but I'm a universal man, dude. And I can understand the tea leaves, man. And I can see the writing on the wall, right? Ooh, this thing's about to... Yeah, 1 hour is going to tank. Let's see how bad the 1 hour can give a tank here. But it is looking like it could drop. I just want it to negate. I don't want it to make a V-shaped recovery. That's what we don't want to see. That would be a nasty dump for Bitcoin. Luke Belmar says the dollar ain't going nowhere for 30 to 40 years. It's not going anywhere. It's not. It's going to be the world reserve currency. It's going to stay here. I never said it wasn't, but it's going to lose a lot of value. For sure. They're going to print it to zero. It might take 30 to 40 years. He's right. I never said the dollar was disappearing. I never said that. Actually, the dollar will become more prevalent throughout the world. They're going to get more people to use the dollar. because it's the easiest, quickest thing they can get other countries to jump on board. The dollar will continue to get more popular, but that's not going to make it go up in value, all right? Just because more people know about it. Let's take a look at the gains. ERX for 41%, Store for 39, SPA for 28, JOYSTREAM for 16, ORDI for 123, IMX for 77, Metis for 24, AVA for 45, PZP for a beautiful 82%. That was one of my beautiful trades. That thing played out like, chabela. Oh my gosh. XRP for 32%. And these are just some of the gains that were made. Casper trade to the upside yesterday. Accurate call for Bitcoin yesterday. Badger DAO banging on them. Loop banging on them. God's beautiful trade yesterday on October 31st on, what was that, Friday night or something? Or no, last week? November 4th it went out. Yeah, Friday night it hit for gains. I put it out with the alert on Halloween. Rune Perpetual banged on them for 14. Alt, which is a coin, Alt AI, right? Or that's Aptos launch token, bang to the upside. Accurate call for Bitcoin on the short of the inverted cup and handle, right? That was on November 3rd, just 2 days ago. This is all in 2 days. Like, this is insane. And this is my elite banging on them. LDO banged on them. Another accurate call for Bitcoin on the 31st of Halloween. GFAL, I talked about it breaking out. It did for 17. Sol, I talked about it breaking out. It did for 13. Centrifuge, I talked about breaking out 30%. Juno, I talked about it breaking out 76%. Job, I talked about breaking out 75%. None of these hit the stop losses. They immediately moved right after from that point. Cyber was in a beautiful sideways action. Bang. This is all in like the last 5 or 6 days, everyone. You wouldn't believe it. AVAX for 26. ZRX, ARC, I don't take days off. Look, I put that TRB call up 29%. GFT up 30%. Unify up 60%. Loom up 43%. The list goes on. Another Bitcoin call. Another Bitcoin call. Another Bitcoin call. Caspa call. JOYSTREAM banging on them. Dude, and BitTow with that. I mean, it goes on and on. And I got so many people that I brought in. I got my 4 elite traders that are absolutely beautiful. But I got David Kendall, I got Stack McChange, I got Sean and JD. They've been with me since the very beginning, my 4 elites. They never left my side, man. And just God bless my whole team. We got Master Friend teaching all sorts of insane concepts inside the leverage mastery classes. We got people helping people in the beginner's room inside of the learning library. Man, there's just so much going on in the trading group. We give you token metrics, which cost you $1,000 a year or $99 a month. We add it, and it's just amazing. So, Kadena didn't get a move. Now you start looking for coins that haven't gotten that move yet. A few coins that really haven't gotten the pump, right? Kadena got a little bit of a move there, all the way from 55, 50, smaller. Kaz just hit a new all-time high. We got to look at that before I mean, the euphoria for me is insane. I made a lot of money today. Some of the most money I've ever made in a day in my life today. So, like, today's like a big day for me, like crazy, right? We talked about that breakout. Look, a retest, and it's gone. Look at the 7-minute. And look, now you bring this up, and you got yourself a rising wedge, and now you know that rising wedges break out parabolically, because I taught you this. Then this is where you make the parabola. And this is where things just get absolutely out of control. And yeah, my measured move here is going to be the length of this base. Yeah, make sure it's correct algorithmically. And it's going to go up a little more vertical when it breaks out. You're talking 7'6", 7'6", Yao Ming, baby. Yao Ming for Caspa, 7'6". Wasn't he 7'6", Yao Ming? I think he was. How tall was Yao Ming? Apparently, there's another Asian dude that was like 7 feet. I didn't realize there was another guy. That, yeah, he was 7'6". I don't know why I always remember these weird. I remember the strangest details. Like, thank you, Lifer, for all your work. Anytime, man. Should have made that 333 Burke the super chat. H bar not doing anything. My super chats are always calibers. Funny. And let's go over the fan funding one more time just to kind of give love to everyone here. GF Burke giving me love. Crypto Billy sending love. After I was investing. New on Mexi trending. Much love. SNT. Oh, that thing looked like it was in the dumps when I went over it. See, I never know it's you giving me the super chat. I see it over here, and then I'm always horrible on it, man. I'm sorry. I didn't like the way that looked, though. That's why it looked so bad. It had just come out. That's why it didn't look like the actual chart. I was wondering what the heck was going on there. You have to remember, I get tired at night, and my mind's moving really fast. So you got to give me a little bit of a break. I'm not, like, able to pick up on everything because I'm focused on so many other things than, like, a normal conversational thing. SNT.P. Now it's not even coming up. What am I doing? USDT, right? So that's why it just came out. It's brand new. I get it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never traded something that just came out on futures in my life, so I'd be careful. I'd like to define some market structure first. That's just so new to me. I'm not gonna go like ape in on something, but I appreciate you telling us. I see Casper could go parabolic tonight. It really could and continue up. People that didn't get in are sour. They're just sour, and they're like, "Why didn't I buy $23,000 like Crypto Lifer did? How come I'm not up $7,000?" Well, because you didn't join the trading group at the right time. You thought $99 wasn't worth it, and now we're up thousands of dollars in a month, and you're looking at us like, maybe $99 isn't that bad. So we looked at GRT. Shout out to Chastity Lucero. Shout out to Tim Woodgate. Shout out to Trav. Shout out to Esha Capital. Shout out to JP Riggs. Shout out to D Shuffle. Shout out to Mellis Williams. Shout out to Tim Woodgate. Trav2432. Shout out to Nathan Ward. GF Burke. Gigi Sinclair. We love you. Thank you so much. We love that. Shout out to Dangerfield. Recolt here. Proposed in the Grayfield in Salem, Mass. this weekend. She said yes. Want to thank 99 helping me get where I am today. Mental and emotional gains I would have achieved on my own. Shout out to Rico Cole Dangerfield. We love you. He proposed in the graveyard in Salem, Mass. this weekend during the whole God bless you, man. I never went to Salem, Mass. They said I should have went. I keep missing it. Every year I say I'm going to go. I've never been, even though I only live like 30 to 40 minutes away, and they say it's like the best Halloween town you'll ever see in your life. But God bless you, man. Thank you so much for sharing that moment with us, and I'm happy I was able to see that. GMX, we saw it. Nathan Ward, we love you. JSO84, thank you for the exclusive membership. Luke with the $50 on tip. Vitality B. ICV, Ice IV54 for JOYSTREAM. Shoni Saban, we love you. Nathan Ward, we love you for DAR. Nathan Ward for Loom, we love you. Thoughts on Alex Coin, IMX. Wow, Bufflink, Legos the Lifer, Raquel Menina. Oh my God, Frank Glasser, Crypto Frankie Poo, and Kyle Vero. Dude, something's going on. My weekly screen share, I keep calling it a screen. My weekly live stream was out of control. 157 likes, 800 people on the live. Unbelievable. Bitcoin going sideways just like I said it would. Have no fear. People are into altcoins right now. Nobody cares about Bitcoin right now. They want to trade alts, baby, and they want to make massive, massive gains. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Remember, you're watching the 7-minute flag for BTC. Let's see if anything changed on our end here. You're watching this 7-minute, 15-minute flag. It's about to break out. Bitcoin's about to blast to the upside. There's your cup and handle. 15-minute is aggressive. You're getting above the 200 SMA. You had previous resistance and support here. This is a shoulder, a head, kind of a right shoulder. I see a massive move, or I see a big move, a good move coming for Bitcoin on a scalp at least, up to 35,700. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bookmap also has liquidity right above us, and it is pretty close. It's at 35.5. We're likely going to get that liquidity. We usually go up first and snatch it, even if we have the lower liquidity. I see Bitcoin ripping tonight now on a smaller time frame, possibly up to $35,700. Stop loss would be below this wick, or just below the low here at about 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We could get stopped out. Anything could happen. But this is the trade that I'm looking at for BTC. The aggressiveness on the curve of the stochastics is amazing. The MACD looks nice. Somehow the RSI got mixed in. Let me redo that. I guess I was excited. Let me reset. Everything is looking good to me. I like Bitcoin for a move. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Big time. Falling wedge, break back up. Get rid of this for now. Remember the bigger symmetrical triangle that we're in on the 4-hour time frame that I don't want you to forget. I must have done this on another. Remember, I did this somewhere else, right? But you're watching this. And that's a symmetrical triangle. You know, both sides could go either way. The measured move to the upside takes you to breach these highs and gets you to break out at 36.8. So we already have our first pattern that really is giving us our way out, and then it could break down to even like 33,003. But we'll take it from there. The first place we would look at is this bounce right there. And anything is possible. I'm watching the 15-minute right now out of this flag. It looks like it's about to blast to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for BTC. So there's a call for Bitcoin right before I leave. God bless each and every one of you. May you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, no matter where you are in the world. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We are going to the moon. You can feel the adrenaline. You can feel it. And again, if we lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame, we are going to the downside. Please heed that. Don't be all full of bullishness and, oh, euphoria. Yes, there's money coming in. Yes, coins are ripping. Remember, fear and greed energy is getting high. When it gets into these high periods, we eventually get a massive dump. A dump is going to come at one point. Nothing goes up forever. Just mind yourself of that. Be careful. 20 months now, I've been a lifer. By month 2, I knew I was down to my last 100 to my name. It would be to pay for that month. That's all fact. 20 months. By month 2, if I knew I was down to my last 100 to my name, it would be to pay for that next month. That's all fact. God bless you, Anthony C, man. I love you. God bless you. And everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. I'll catch you on another live stream. Have a great night. Be safe. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. And may you stay blessed. Have a great night. Thank you for everything. God bless. Crypto is life. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. If you came to the channel, I'll see you tomorrow.